Press and enter and done. All the social media set up and software testing is complete. Electronic payment system's ready. It's all working, Julian. We're a go, buddy.
No fucking way, Buzz. You know what? You are the fucking man, buddy.
Oh, I know I'm the fucking man. I mean, I honestly don't think there's a snowball's chance of fucking hell this business is gonna work, but I did my best. Here we go.
Electricians, dishwashers, floor cleaners, lawyers, doctors, fucking politicians, CBC employees, principals, people that paint the lawns and the fucking roads. Get stoned, it'll be fun, get to work.
Pretty much.
The entire company of Tesla kicked out of Sweden, you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would they do this to such a great man as Elon Musk?
Because he refuses to sign a collective agreement with the unions.
Because he's a fucking retard. I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
They are not like dockyard workers are not unloading cars. Mechanics are not working. Electricians are not serving their charging stations.
They're simply refusing to serve the gangster computer god?
Yes.
Yes. I like that. I like.
To serve
They don't even have their license plates delivered to them anymore.
I don't know about any of that shit, but I do know Elon Musk is a retard that fucking poisons everything he touches, from what I can see.
Yeah,
including women and children.
He seems like he's autistic, and that's why he just kind of flubs shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want to fucking give him the old autism card. We'll just explain this away with a little bit of autism.
I feel like if I was in his boat, I would be doing the same shit.
Autism is no excuse.
I don't know. If I had like billions of dollars to play around with, I would probably be pretty lazy and retarded too.
$1 billion.
Hey, I too am dumb as hell. Yeah. Thank you to Alien Perspective for our intro music. Go check him out. Go to his channel. Go listen to his stuff. It's really good. I don't mention him enough. I can say that. And if you're in the chat, you give me a whoop whoop, because we are here to do Bigfoot shit with our friends right now, dude. Bigfoot stuff, because I don't think there's anything worth talking about in the fucking news. Enlighten me if there is. I'm pretty sure there's not. Yeah. We'll go back in the past to see the Bigfoots that ate your ass. It's gonna happen. First things first, though, I think we probably should... Let's start with something totally unrelated, in fact. I'll make you hold your breath for Bigfoot, dude. You're gonna have to hold it. From,
You're gonna have to edge for Bigfoot.
From the classic Ripley's Believe It or Not. The hallucinatory voices that saved a woman's life. You ever hear about that? The voices, like, saving your life? They're not telling you to kill yourself. They're not telling you to burn down your house. They're saving you.
No, those are different.
Yeah, my voices only tell me to boof kratom. It's weird.
Yeah,
so
mine tells me to stay up all night and be on some American stream or something.
Yeah, mine just tell me to waste money.
So we have our mystery patient known as AB. According to one telling of this tale, AB was born in Europe in the 1940s, moving to the UK around 2 decades later. She married and started a family there, living an entirely unspectacular and healthy life until 1984, which is always when things go bad. This was the year... Literally, dude. I read the fucking book. This was the year she heard from voices that would go on to save her life. The voices from nowhere. The account reports that AB had been reading one night in the winter of 1984 when she heard a voice in her mind entirely unlike her own. "Please don't be afraid," it said. "I know it must be shocking for you to hear me speaking to you like this, but this is the easiest way I could think of. My friend and I used to work at the Children's Hospital, Great Ormond Street, and we would like to help you." AB was, as the story goes, understandably shaken by the experience and visited her doctor, who referred her for psychiatric treatment. Several weeks later, the voices hadn't returned, and AB took a soothing vacation. The voices weren't done with her yet, though. While out of the country, she heard them again. This time, they implored her to return to London, as she supposedly had a medical problem that needed to be resolved without delay. On arriving back to the country, they'd even relayed to her a specific address to visit. So, would you guys listen to the voices if they told you that you were sick and you had to go get dealt with?
Part of me wonders if this wasn't some kind of weird experiment.
I probably would.
A fucking thought implant thing.
But like, what do I have to lose?
I don't listen to anybody who tells me anything, and I always do the opposite of what I'm told. Therefore, I would probably rather die. I don't go to the doctor, dude. I have to be literally
said
dying.
Something clearly negative, then I definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, if my voices told me that I'm like an asshole, then I would probably agree with them.
No, you should not listen to those.
So this
is the asshole.
This address, as it turned out, was that of a London hospital, and AB was advised by the voices to ask for a brain scan. She had a tumor, she was told, and an inflamed brainstem. Yeah, if the voices in my head told me it was a tumor, I'd simply say, "It's not a tumor." I had to get it. I'm sorry, I had to get it in. It was calling my name, dude.
It was.
The voice of Arnold?
I also would have mentioned, well, I didn't
Arnold
even
Davis.
introduce the homies. We're here with Polak
What's up?
and Alb.
I again.
And possibly Flame, but he's not going to answer. Okay. So let's get back to this, dude. She was skeptical, as was the hospital staff, since she had no symptoms at all. But the expensive treatment was arranged. Sure enough, the Royal Free Hospital detected a brain tumor and the urgent procedure was carried out without a hitch. Before physicians could have known, before AB herself felt the slightest ill effects from her condition, these mysterious voices both knew of her tumor and warned her of it. Both of these things, of course, should have been entirely impossible. So with the operation complete, the story goes that AB was given one final simple message. We are pleased to have helped you. With this, the voices bade her farewell, and AB never heard from them again. What the hell is this? It sounds like it almost implies that it's ghosts, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, that's kind of what because what the voices initially said they worked in a hospital?
Yeah, because I kind of wonder if it's not like a government op or something. Like, you know, the fucking idea where they could put a thought in your mind.
Typically, people would attribute things like this to angels, right?
Yes, that's where it goes next. I don't want to elaborate on guardian angels. Like, you get the drift of it. But whatever it is said that they worked at the children's hospital on this street.
It is interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely strange. I haven't heard this before. I have heard a lot of things of like tumors causing. The guy who what was it? The Texas fucking shooter back in the day. What was it? He was in like a clock tower, right?
Yeah,
you know
the fucking UT guy. Yeah, he got up in a tower with a sniper or hunting rifle. Yeah, I'm like fucking.
Well, it turns out he had a tumor that was making him, because he was seeking help to have whatever issue he had resolved, which was like he was hearing voices that were telling him to do horrible things. He was having like emotional outbursts out of nowhere and all of that stuff. So he knew about that and he was seeking help for it. Then when they autopsied him, they found a tumor in his brain.
Charles Whitman.
Yes. Yeah. But you never hear about the tumor being a good guy, being on your side. Buddy Tumor.
No. The tumor.
Good guy tumor.
Good guy tumor. Yep.
Finally.
So it's a weird one.
Yeah.
With that, let's just go right the fuck into Bigfoot shit, dude. What I have for you today is 911 calls. So there's not much visual needed. I actually think I have some other things too. I got these like a week ago, so I don't remember what I have. All right, let's listen to the 911 calls, then we'll go into whatever else I happen to have here. So this is Tim Peeler, a.k.a. Mr. Bigfoot 911 call. 480p, baby. Let's listen.
Cleveland County 911.
Mr. Bigfoot, hey? I can't hear it.
I can't either.
Oh, I have you guys on the wrong screen, don't I? I'll fix that. Don't worry.
I just see the 40 times.
I'm on the wrong side of the screen.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
No, but
Let's roll it back.
Cleveland County 911.
yeah, I got it.
Burp.
I don't know if I should have called this in or not, but
What's going on?
well, I've got 5 dogs changing barrels in my backyard.
Okay, so he's wasted, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's not true. He was probably wasted all the time.
And this just happened to be the time Bigfoot like molested him.
So where do you think this call's going? He's like, I got 5 dogs. And it's like, well, what's the problem, sir? I had 6 dogs. Bigfoot killed them. Is that where we're going here? Or are they just howling, dude? I can't actually understand them. Let's see.
I think the dogs are dead, probably.
They're good.
Okay.
They're fine. All right.
And they, which I've heard before, this thing screams. He come down within the camera. If I'd have my camera, I'd take a picture of it.
Who's a picture?
Take a picture of who?
I don't know what it was.
Whoa.
walking upright like a man.
Like a big man.
And I would not kill it because I was afraid to. But it went back up the mountain.
Okay, and you're at 109 Vanada Drive.
Doxed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll get officer right out there and see if they can locate anything, okay?
Well,
You should have just blasted it.
I just wanted to report it.
I just want to report it.
Anybody up here or not, it's over with now. I did not shoot
Okay.
the thing.
He definitely shot this Bigfoot.
Not shooting.
I did not shoot this Bigfoot.
Those shells are not mine.
Blame it on
Yeah.
me. I did not shoot.
But that canoe Bigfoot skull is
I don't
not
think he
mine.
can aim that good right now.
Make sure everything's okay, all right?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, I don't want to doubt him that much. I'm assuming these people out here in these boonies doing whatever in the woods, they're probably drunk all the time. That's fine. That's fine by me.
My
Now-
left ear loved that.
But you know, yeah. Yup. But the thing is, like, you know, she's thinking and the cop's going to be thinking, God, I better check up on this retard.
Yeah, like he's probably a danger to himself or something.
Yeah, but
What's
he
he gonna do,
did
run
not
out
shoot
in the
it.
woods?
Those shells are not mine.
Wait. Are we getting to the bottom of another conspiracy here? Did he let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
Big foot.
Bigfoot let the dogs out.
Guys, we have a perfect drop for this, but I don't know how to use drops anymore. Oh, here we go.
Me either, because dogs.
If you tell anybody about our little secret, I'll kill your dog.
That's what Bigfoot says. If you find Bigfoot, that's what he says. If you tell
He
anyone.
will kill your dog.
It's a common
Dogs
occurrence.
rock the dogs, you know that.
Who snaps their necks? That's what they say. That's how they hunt, allegedly.
Yeah,
So-
because he like fucked up the fucking Theodore Roosevelt.
Uper Gamer in the
Memoirs.
chat says, this was on an old episode, wasn't it? I remember this from years ago. Yes, absolutely. Reusing Bigfoot
bringing
911
the-
calls. Yes, we are. Dude sounds like my buddy from Indiana when he's drunk. He would never lie. I agree. That's where I stand on it too. But guess what? It's not over. We have a part 2.
Bigfoot's back.
Cleveland County 911.
Hey, it's me again.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Yes. This is Tim Peeler.
Uh-huh.
Same guy,
You
Tim
probably
Peeler.
have my address.
Yes, sir. What's going on now?
This beast is paying my dogs.
I gotta ask. Now, he was afraid to shoot it because it was too beautiful and manlike. But now he's calling it a beast, and he's like afraid of it. So blast away, right? You think? What up, Senor? We got Senor here.
I don't know if it's
If I
fucking
were
with my
there-
dogs, it's gonna get shot. I mean,
If I were there, I'd shoot that fucking thing.
That's
That's
true.
Yeah.
Let's see if he shot him this time.
I've got 5 dogs.
Dog.
Bear dogs and hog dogs.
oh no.
And I shined a light on this thing. But I would not shoot it.
Okay, what did it look like?
It looked like a giant ape with a man's face. But I was afraid to kill it. And it made a whistling sound.
Weird.
What?
That's not unheard of.
But
It's a lot like tree
I
knocking.
just wanted y'all to know I have not shot one or killed one.
And if you do, I will help them
Okay, was it
escape.
more than one or just the one?
Just the one.
Okay.
He was about 9, 10 foot tall with real long arms. And
experiences.
But this one, somehow...
I once married one in a drunken haze.
Accidentally in Vegas.
And he gets back there again, and my dogs is just raising...
Dogs.
Did he say he's once had intercourse with one before?
No, well, he's very experienced. He's very experienced, but he didn't describe the actions that took place.
Intercourse,
Yeah.
okay.
He's very experienced in Bigfoot.
my gun and my spotlight, and he goes back into the woods. Then I'll bring my gun or spotlight in. In about 10 more minutes, he does the same thing again.
So he came through more than once.
No, it's one. One big one.
A fucking big one for sure.
It's wasted.
In any trouble if I shot and killed this beast, this animal, or whatever it is.
He's ready.
Would I get in any trouble?
I can't answer that question.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I am.
She's not up on her Bigfoot legality, dude. She's not a Bigfoot lawyer.
Yeah, we need a Bigfoot lawyer.
Third degree Bigfoot abuse.
Trying to keep y'all informed to extract some information.
He's gonna fucking tie Bigfoot up and interrogate him Gitmo style.
The waterboard
I
Bigfoot.
got bear dogs.
Got better dogs.
Hog dogs.
This thing, some reason, tonight is coming down, messing with my dogs, trying to get towards my back porch.
Spooky.
Yeah, he should have blasted this thing already. It's like getting way too personal with his dogs and his house.
Yeah, genuinely, whether he's a man or a beast, this thing's way too fucking close. Shoot it. You sound like
Yeah,
you're
it's way too. It's a self-defense scenario at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Hold up, boys. Hold up, boys.
What?
If he goes too close to me, I'm gonna kill him.
Very right.
Okay, I can't answer if you can do that or not.
I don't mind him. I don't mind him on the mountain. I know what's on the mountain. I don't mind him on the mountain. But he's coming in here messing with me. And my dogs. He can kill one of my dogs because all I have was Spice and a Mountain Cur.
I knew there was gonna be 6.
But I don't know, hold up the channel too long. But I'm loaded before.
I'm loaded. Yeah.
And I don't really, truly want to kill this creature because they don't usually.
You're just letting him talk now.
Yeah, they're just recording this for funsies.
They never use any harm.
Shit.
But I thought I'd call you and tell you, in case I have to, make that shot.
Make a shot.
I'll call and ask you back what to do.
All right. Well, I'll let the officer know. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Pretty interesting call. What's the ethics in shooting this boy?
You shoot the
I think fucking with the dogs, blast him. Yeah.
If for no other reason, just because you need a body to prove this thing. You want to conserve Bigfoot, you blast his head off.
I think it would have been a horrible idea for this guy to attempt to kill him.
No, it'd be very funny.
And just made him angry.
The fucking
molested for sure.
Right?
If he hit him in the shoulder,
There has to be some sort of follow up from this. There has to be.
I'm thinking maybe the cops came up to the door, started knocking on it, and he just blasted through it.
Blasted.
Am I in trouble for shooting Bigfoot? Yes, sir.
Bigfoot had a badge, and
Bigfoot had.
He had his own weapon on him. He was definitely armed.
Ryler05 in the comments asks, could Bigfoot be interdimensional? Would an interdimensional creature come down out of the mountains to mess with your dogs? Maybe at this point. Who the hell knows?
It's off at you, yeah.
I think some of the best like, I don't want to say evidence, some of the best like logic for believing in Bigfoot is the fact that he's not localized to one place. That he even doesn't see tied down. He's not tied down like we are. And that's why you can't substantiate it. How you make sense of that? Because like there are sightings of Bigfoot, wild men, all sorts of things all over the world.
Yeah, there's in Scotland and Russia and China.
Like we got the skunk
Himalaya,
and he's like a manlet. So like why does the shorter one specifically come to Florida? You know what I mean?
The banjockery.
Easier to hide. Not as tall vegetation, maybe.
Maybe they sink into the mud of the swamp and die when they're too big.
They're like Predator. They just like turn invisible, probably.
You
like the fucking thing
that's one of my favorite cryptids is the Glimmerman. The Glimmerman sightings are very, very similar to Bigfoot sightings, and they're even lumped in with the missing 411 stuff. How people see like a blur following them around and harassing them, essentially. It's just like Predator.
What I'm getting at, yeah. What if Bigfoot could just do that shit, and that's why like nobody can fucking find them because they have this cloak ability.
I think there's a few options. Interdimensional is one, but you can't do anything with that. I wish you could. Like maybe there's some ritual you can do to conjure him. God, I hope so.
What if he's an interdimensional animal? Like why are we assuming like interdimensional beings have to be like a spirit thing?
Because at that point the definition of animal starts to almost become null and void.
Like he's like
live in this void. Yeah, like what if there's like the eye worms, or the fucking atmosphere worms people claim to see?
I agree.
What if they live in
sky whales?
Yeah.
Sky whales.
Sky whales.
I think it's very possible.
Only speculate about such things.
I think anywhere there is a plane for consciousness to inhabit it, it will inhabit that. Whether it's like biological evolution exactly as we know it or whatever it is, yeah, I do think that's a distinct possibility. So the options are, you have the interdimensional, you have cloaking, which is like we just said, the Glimmerman sightings, and then like maybe like an evolutionary drive towards essentially stealth. That also kind of makes sense, but at this point, I feel like you would have like, I don't know, more evidence. There is some evidence, there is inconclusive furs and shit like that. It's like when you have something that's unknown, you can't compare it to anything, so you can't verify it. It's all very muddy. Like how much is really being covered up here? Bigfoot, it's like the hardest topic to even tell, like where like disinfo might be or anything like that, because it's definitely there, whether Bigfoot's real or not. So it's hard for a lot of people to rationalize why the government would want to cover this up, and that's the problem. And I can think of a few reasons, but.
How many people have seen Bigfoot and not reported it?
That is the big question.
That is true.
Fear of being shamed and ridiculed.
If everybody could just take
just pretend like
one
it didn't
at
happen.
a time, boys.
The federal government would be useless if we all had a Bigfoot wife, and that's why they fear it.
That's true.
Bigfoot wife.
That's true, and I think even more than like people being like afraid of what people will say, I think what you hear is that like in Native American communities, like everybody has a Bigfoot sighting, but these are people who they're not afraid of being ridiculed. They don't trust the authorities or the white man in general, really. So that's a big thing too.
The Cherokee guy, I know, like I straight up asked him like if he's ever seen anything paranormal, and he told me like he wouldn't get into it, but he's seen shit that was bad. That's all he would say. The woods, and I was like, okay,
yeah,
whatever that means.
And once again, I think it's so muddy once again, because when you listen to people talk about Native Americans, you'll have a guy like David Paulides who will stand there and he'll be like, all Native American tribes believe Bigfoot's a flesh and blood creature. They all believe it. Then you listen to someone from some other tribe, and he's like, they are like spiritual creatures, and it's like clearly, there's a lot of variance to how people look at this, but there are a lot of myths and tribes and all of that say that it is something more akin to interdimensional, demonic, or benign even. But yeah, that stuff is out there.
I mean, there's like a version of the extreme northern Canadian tribes of the Wendigo that's like more of a Bigfoot than it is like the gaunt skeletal fucking vampire thing we know of, and it gets bigger with every meal it consumes. And they're very like, if you look at the depictions I've seen, they look like Yetis almost in some, like the white fur, the fucking
Well, it's odd that even in Australia, you have the Yowie, which is supposed to be, they call it cannibalistic sometimes, and that's because they say it's so much like man. Really, it's predatory. And, I'll talk to, Aussie. Aussie was on here, and he was like saying that in Australia, not like nobody's seen a Yowie. I'm like, dude, I don't know anybody who's seen a Bigfoot. But the people are out there who have seen it, and they've been seeing it.
Yeah.
Can't just
discount that. To put things into perspective, there are about 2,500 bears in Sweden, normal brown bears, and I don't think I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
there's supposedly
animals are hard to spot.
Trails is called black bear something, black bear conservation or black bear wilderness area. I've seen, my buddy who works with me took a picture that he saw black bears there. I've not once seen a black bear. I've seen a bunch of hogs, fuck ton of hogs, no black bears.
Yeah. Now, where I am in South Jersey, they say that there's like a black bear for every 10 square miles, but I've certainly never seen one. And, they're not known for being common around here, definitely. The only time I've ever seen a black bear was in Yellowstone. And that place, it's designed to make the animals walk up to you and sniff you and think about eating you.
Yeah, like that's the thing is, like, people don't understand how hard it is to actually like go hunting.
It's a bad design, I think.
Yeah, it turned into a theme park. It's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Ah, the bears are loose.
It's crazy.
It's Jurassic Park, but instead of dinosaurs, it's bison like flipping Asian people.
Fucking mauling Asian children.
Yeah, mauling Asian
No,
people.
there's a story, I don't even remember where I saw it, but there's a story from Glacier National Park, which is a place I'd love to go, which is where you go to see grizzlies. You drive around and you see grizzlies. Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But back in the day, everybody just assumed it was totally safe. You don't go off the trail, you're fine. But then it became like they would have like a hostel essentially there, and they would just start throwing all their trash out back. And this is like the 70s, I think. I want to say. They're throwing all the trash out back behind the hostel. And people are like raising concerns. Like, do you guys think this is a bad idea? And the people who are running the place were like, no, the bears come and fight for the garbage, and everybody loves it.
Bears love garbage.
Yeah, they love that shit. So then there was like 1 year where there were like 3 fucking fatal maulings like right in a row.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and they learned their lesson after that, dude. That was no longer the garbage dump, allegedly. Well, it's supposed to be very safe now. But yeah, you can see.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's safe now.
But I guess, like, why can't you just throw all your trash out there and have Bigfoot come pick it up? In theory.
Because he's better than the trash, bro. He's not going to eat that garbage.
He will.
He's going to eat dogs.
I've read David Paulides' books, and he clearly states that they raid trash cans for used tampons.
I've heard that too.
Bigfoot will eat my garbage, and he will be happy.
Yeah, because the
everybody
fucking
knows that.
Video.
Everybody knows that period blood is magical.
That's right.
And he's getting that for the rich.
He was talking about how there was a Bigfoot that was like stealing some woman's dresses and was wearing them or something.
Well, that was Transfoot. He's a different.
Yeah, Transfoot. Yeah. There's the latest Bob Gimlin. Like some lady was putting her sundress out on the line, and then like Bigfoot stole it and was wearing it. Apparently.
Sniffing the. He was wearing it. He was actually wearing it.
Yeah, he was wearing it. That's what. And like the guy reported it to the police. He said like.
And last week he was dancing like a ballerina or something.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, Bigfoot in a sundress.
So here I have the Bedford County Dispatch gets Bigfoot call. I didn't source any of these because I did this a week ago and I forgot that I needed the source for any of this shit until right now. So yeah, feel free to look it up if you want.
He's a legend.
Oh,
Most
shit.
say a
This is
myth,
video.
and people hunt for him on reality TV. But a Bedford County
I
woman
f-
now
I
says
fucked
her
everything up.
story is no joke. She called the sheriff's office
No
about
joke.
Bigfoot. Yes, you heard that
I'm
right.
down.
And Angela
Bigfoot.
Hatcher is here to tell us more about this one.
Tanner, I did talk with a woman on the phone today. I couldn't convince her to do an interview. She said she just moved to the area and she doesn't want to get a certain reputation with her neighbors. But she does want to warn them. She told the dispatcher she's now thinking about moving back.
I know this is going to sound crazy.
Dispatchers could tell you callers never just stop right there. And the stories sometimes seem unbelievable. Let's listen to the rest.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I went back and checked, and there were prints of Bigfoot with a baby.
There were what?
It was a Bigfoot with a baby.
What?
After assuring the dispatcher she hadn't been drinking, the woman offers no explanation why she waited 2 days to call. She said she was driving up Route 43 toward the Peaks of Otter last Wednesday. It was 20 minutes.
Someone help me with this bit real quick before I lose it. A Bigfoot? What? Yeti? What?
Would knock ya, what?
Wood booger? What?
What?
Well, you go down there and it smells like straight ass. What? It smells like straight bottom of my asshole. What? They call him a skunk ape. What? Yeti. What? Big hairy man. What? I don't give a goddamn what he's called. I'm a whoop his fucking ass.
Oh, God.
What the fuck is happening?
Stone Cold Steve Sasquatch. We heard some wood knocks. What? Whistling. What? Mimicry. What?
What? You changed that whole Raw episode where Stone Cold's hunting events, but have him hunting Bigfoot instead. And like at the end, he just holds that fucking, he shoots that fake gun at him. He shoots the bang at him.
Hell yeah.
Bigfoot pisses his pants.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's go on with this video. Where was I, folks?
It's till midnight when she says her headlights hit something strange past Turkey Mountain Road just before you come to the first bridge. She says she went back in daylight.
And I did see some footprints. And the stride was longer than anything I could make.
The woman says the creature's footprint was bigger than her 2 feet together end to end, and she wears a size 8. She says it was holding her baby
Show us the feet.
the way a human would. It says that baby had a face only a mother could love.
And the baby was looking right at me.
And she says it looked just
baby
like
looked at you?
Chewbacca from Star Wars. Could something that
It looked like Chewbacca taking a shit! I couldn't. I started doing Tourette's guy, and then I switched over into fucking James Rolfe. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
appears like it's from out of this world actually exists right here at home?
Have you ever gotten other reports like this?
I've never had a call like this in my life.
All right, he's been a dispatcher for 2 years.
This is actually retarded as fuck.
He did drive out there to 43, check things out, didn't see a thing. But again, she did call 2 days after she claims that she saw those creatures. And she tells me that she knows that they weren't bears. I grew up in that area, and that's pretty common. But she says they weren't bears. And we do have a call into a state biologist to see if he can explain what she may have seen.
So we might have Bigfoot Gate on our...
They got it. Bigfoot Gate happening. Happening. So what's the deal with baby Bigfoots, you know? Because I guess if Bigfoot can be 10 feet tall, then he can come in all sizes, right? Right down to a little baby, right?
How big is that baby gonna be? Is that baby gonna be the size of like a teenager? What's the deal?
Yeah, like a baby Bigfoot. I'm assuming what she's saying is like 3 feet tall. Is the vibe I'm getting. I'm just guessing completely. But when you hear people talk about Bigfoot, the teenage Bigfoots are, you know, I don't know what the hell their life cycle is, but the teenage Bigfoots are like 6 foot. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe you get.
Did you fight a teenage Bigfoot?
Yeah.
My life.
I'll fight him. I'll put him through a fucking table. It's easy, dude. No problem. So yeah, a lot of people talk about baby Bigfoots in like a lot of classic Bigfoot videos. They'll show like the Freeman footage, and they'll be like, "Yep, there's the baby Bigfoot on its shoulder." And it's like, I can't confirm that, but I also can't confirm anything about this. So I don't know. I would like to think Bigfoot is a loving mother.
Well, I mean, they have to throw their like titties over their shoulder to run up the hill.
Yeah, but I do that too.
Also,
Yeah.
I've never thought about this. I wonder how long they live.
That's like 30 years, probably.
Well, there's no telling. There's no telling. How long does a gorilla live? What would this be? Anything like a gorilla? I have no fucking idea. Maybe it's a demon and they live forever to torment you. You ever think about that?
Way.
You didn't even consider that.
You ever think about that?
Yeah.
So maybe they can live about 40 years.
What if they are like a species of weird Chewbacca alien?
I don't know. Let's go to our next. What is this? Timbers 911 call during a Bigfoot sighting, baby. Ah, Jesus Christ!
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. This is a bit, isn't it?
Kids and
let's just listen to it. I don't care.
We ride the bike trail and videotape stuff. We make watch videos and post them on YouTube.
Oh, this is terrible, huh? This is like the worst thing I ever put on. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's go to our next one. 1990 Bigfoot 911 calls.
I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog. Something
killed your dog? Jeez, it keeps doing that.
What flying through the air over the tree? I don't know how it did it.
Leave the dog alone.
Damn it, I'm really confused. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence, and he was dead when she hit the ground. I didn't see any cars. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence.
911, what are you reporting?
Little dogs at home.
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
It's hard to listen to.
All I know is that my central light came on and I just happened to glimpse and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man or something. It looks like a man. I don't know what it was. Just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better...
Sure.
Dia!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking
It's
right at
adolescent.
him.
Yeah, it's not fucking all.
Okay, hang on.
He's right.
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy's on foot.
I don't know what... It's a big... real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person, somebody really big. But he's all in black.
Is he a black male or a white male? Did you actually see whether, or was he just wearing black?
He's a goddamn Bigfoot!
He is big.
He's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's a white male or a... Bigfoot is a...
So these calls are pretty fucking spooky, and they sound pretty legit.
That sounds fucking terrifying.
He sounded terrifying.
Just break the dog's neck and chuck it. The dog goes flying through the air. I don't know.
Maybe he's more of a cat person.
That's possible. That's possible. Yeah, I kind of buy this one. I think this one's real, dude.
Yeah, he sounds fucking scared. So.
Because what's the alternative? That it's just a hoax? Why would you
you
just call the cops and lie like that?
Can't you get like in big fucking trouble for wasting if they can
yeah,
you wasting?
and I'm asking sort of facetiously. People call the cops and lie all the time, but this is a weird one, and it's really well done. Like, what is this? Some sort of like art project? I don't understand.
It would only hurt your own reputation, also.
Yeah,
it reminds me
Crazy
of the
guy.
fucking what was it? The Evil Creature by Rick. What was it? The fucking that video on YouTube. What? Hang on, let me find it.
I don't know, dude. I don't know about any of that.
Yeah, it's the Evil Creature by it's like the fucking Skinwalker thing.
Scary, evil Skinwalker creature.
He's spooky.
He's gonna get you.
Yeah, Rick Grebnick. The Rick Grebnick video. Evil Creature caught on tape by Rick Grebnick. Yeah, that one. It's almost like that, where he's like talking to the fucking priest. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah, there's a demon outside.
Yeah, it's a demon.
Let's
it
see.
looks like a fucking Wendigo.
It's possible I have that ready to go.
Yeah, the Rick Grebnick video. Yeah.
Evil Creature caught on tape. I got it. I actually do. I have that one right on hand.
Yep.
Evil Knievel.
Alright,
good,
what am I doing?
Yeah, evil.
How did this happen again? Fuck! Ah, everything's breaking! It's breaking! Why would they make it like this?
The Wendigo grabbed my balls.
Grabbing my balls. Grabbing my balls.
Grabbing my balls.
I am rubbing my cloaca, actually.
Drink time.
What are you, a chicken?
Right.
Chicken.
That is
I love
the
my
worst
chicken.
fucking whiskey and coke I could have ever put.
Whoa!
Look at the priest he's calling too.
Beep beep boop boop. Computer. Computer, call Bigfoot.
This is a Wendigo, I'm pretty sure.
Wrong number.
Or naked
Oh
guy.
my god. I can't believe this. Hey Mike, I need you.
A little bit of movement out there.
I'd be
Hear me now?
Yeah, I think that's a Wendigo. Holy
Yes,
hear me
but
now?
we are listening. Yes, we can hear you.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now. People think I'm nuts. It's on video, it's playing right now. I put the iPad in the window and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
That's a Wendigo.
It's like a weird demonic looking thing and it's like a human and it's all scratched down. And this is the second time this happened this week. And as I'm talking to you, this is all on recorded and it doesn't see me. I'm in that, that sunroom. All right,
This is fucking spooky.
I've been putting the iPad out. It's around, and it happened. Weird things been happening around this time at night.
Can I record it?
You're on record. Everything's recording now. I can see the thing. It's like looking around weird.
Is it recording the video?
Yeah, right now it's on the video. It doesn't see me. I'm sitting back, but I can still see out the window really good. You should see.
Hear you?
No, it can't, but it's looking around like something out of a weird sci-fi movie. This thing is freaky. It's on video. Huh?
Not a person?
No, it's an evil identity. It's evil.
It does look real thin right there.
Entity. This thing's like wicked looking.
It's creepy.
But it's a human form though. You gotta wait until you see the video.
Like
I edited the video. It's
weirdly shaped.
This is like one out of a million things that people will not. They'll think they won't think I'm crazy no more. Wait until you see this. Oh my god! It's like you should see this thing, Mike. Oh my god! Like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man. And it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about?
It was smoking the weed.
It's a plant.
On the left side? Or by the right?
Looking out.
Your backyard?
Yeah, on the right side, there's the weeds there going down that sidewalk.
Okay.
I got it on everything, and and everything. The whole thing right now. It's the iPad's recording everything. Me, you, and this thing. And I don't know. I should. What's the police gonna think? It's looking. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, dude, this thing is weird.
Ew.
Just
Sure it's not somebody who's called the police?
Yeah, no, it's a demonic creature. It's not human. And it goes back. It just went back. It dove back. It like wobbled back in. I can't even explain it.
Went back in the weed?
It is doobie
Yeah,
wobbly.
like it knows something's going on. I got it now. I got it on tape.
Huh.
Yeah, just pray. Wait until you see this thing, man. Just pray. This is really freaking me out because 3 nights ago, I'm laying on the couch. I heard something open the door and walk through the sunroom as I'm laying on the couch. Then as I woke up, it was like gone. It was like it shot back through real quick. And I know I heard the door.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Then 2 nights ago, I seen like this. I was seeing this thing. See, and now it's gone. So I got 2 minutes on tape on a video, Mike. Yeah, so it's like
You can still see
everything
its
you're
shape.
saying and hearing now. when I play you back the video, you're gonna wait till you see this. Just pray. I mean, this people won't think they're not gonna think I'm crazy when they see this now. This is unreal. Just pray.
See, it's very pale, and that leads me to think it's a window or something.
Yeah.
You see it moving over
there.
still?
Father God, I just want to lift Rick up to you right now, Lord. I don't know why he's being tormented like this, Lord, but we know you know. And Lord, you've been speaking to him in visions and dreams concerning
Because the mid part of its torso is like so skinny that I don't think it's a person.
he's all worked up, but God, I just come against this. I bind these things right now.
When it stood up, you could see its torso clearly.
Rick and just come into his yard and just bind those things right now. I command them to cease and be still and be gone. I pray that you give Rick peace right now. I come against all fear. I bind that in Jesus' name. I pray, Father, that you just give peace and comfort, Lord, that he knows that Lord, you're watching over, Lord. You are his rear guard, that nothing's going to come. When you lay down at night, no sudden terror will come upon you.
Oh my God, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh.
I command you to go in Jesus' name.
This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He's bulling out there, Mike.
Something's going on, man. This thing is. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he is getting.
Hey, Macarena.
I'm a scat man.
Kind of jiving now.
I don't know what happened. We got disconnected. I even called the minister. It went back. It went back.
He leaving now. He's gone. That would freak me out even more. Him going off in the
Yeah, that's a very creepy video. Now the thing about that is I can look at that and be like, that could be someone's art project. It's possible.
It could, but the fucking proportions are so strange.
It's weird. It's very weird, but you can't really tell. It's filmed ingeniously if it's a hoax because the way it's filmed through the screen, so you can't quite make it out if it's like you just can't tell. You can't tell almost anything about it really. However,
I have
know
a
it looks
theory
weird.
about what's happening here, if it is real, some sort of a demonic entity.
It could be.
Keeps moving back and forth as if he's trying to approach, but then he really can't. So probably there are some other entities there helping the guy that we can't see.
Well,
like guardians,
a few things
not allowing
there.
him to get.
You have the guy who's, in Jesus' name, that whole bit. Like, I don't see why not. Sure. But then also, like, the legends about these weird things, these humanoids that creep up in your house, like, you have to allow them in. And I think that goes for demons, too, if we're talking about, like, a metaphysical thing, possession and stuff. Like, you have to open a door. Jack is back.
Oh, Jack.
I'm not sure. I think demons can mess with you, lead you astray.
He's the Jack man. Yeah, look at the Wendigo in this video.
I see lights.
Skip it, dip it, dip it, bop, bop.
There's a
Look at that
demon.
boy. He's a little weirdo, dude. I'll mute it and let it play for you. Yeah, the only way to get rid of him is by scatting at him as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Shit like this is exactly why I got security cameras, because I saw shit like that in my backyard. Nah, I genuinely, I feel like I could see some shit like this happen like down the street from me and it not be a demonic. And it's just like a crackhead. Like that's like a fucking.
That's the thing.
Like a crackhead fucking with people, all fucked up.
I do think, from what I've seen, and maybe we'll see different here. I think like I've seen crackheads contort into weirder positions. You know what I mean? That I didn't think were possible. Yeah.
Now, this is spooky, even if it is a crackhead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
what that thing is. This is fucking spooky.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I don't want to dox you, bro, but y'all have that special regional substance that does make people contort in a specific.
That's right.
In Minecraft.
That is right.
Look, all I'm saying is, if you want to eat people's faces, right? Like,
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the other one.
They're all there.
German chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's when people eat people's faces.
I thought bath salts. Oh, I thought
it's all the same.
The guy who ate the face was tested, and he was actually on spice.
Well, the thing about all these chemicals is at the time they were just using weird legal gray area analogs. So they were changing them all the time. And that goes for Flocka, K2, Spice. All of that stuff is essentially the same thing and also a different thing every time you smoke it because they changed it constantly.
True. You always get a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spice is fucking scary. I fucked with Spice. It probably ruined my brain forever.
I did, and I got very fucked up from it. I was very fucked up.
Weird side effects, man. Like weird side effects. Staying up all night, shaking, like fucking
chills.
Chills, yeah, like breathing problems. Like it's a fucked up drug, dude.
I've told this story before, but I guess I'll do it again. I was smoking some fucking spice hash, essentially. It looked like a little fucking nub of hash. And I'm smoking it in my bowl. And you know how hash is. Like, sometimes it just goes for fucking ever. Right? Yeah. So, this was like synthetic shit, and it wasn't exactly hash. And it kind of smoked and smelled like plastic. And I'm like hitting it. And I got to that bottom of the bowl where it's like, I'll just fucking finish this. And I'm just going and going, and it's just not finishing because it's some weird fucking chemical crap. And by the time I'm finished with it, I'm seeing spots. My heart is pounding. I'm trying to like walk into my house. I have to like slide against the wall to stay upright. I get to my couch. I'm like, if this doesn't wear off in a half hour, I have to go to the emergency room. It wore off in a half hour.
Did you smoke some shit that like the Chinese were trying to use to like destroy our country?
Probably. It was definitely Chinese analogs. I promise you that. I was ordering dude, I would order fucking bags of the purest analogs you've ever seen. By that I mean like it is the most toxic shit in history, and it's 100% pure. And I would get the bag out of the mail, and it was just a baggie, all these crystals in it with a big skull and crossbones on the front.
Damn, they warned you. The Chinese warned you, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, they didn't say it was like.
You. No, you don't put this in your body. This is not for your body. Here, take it. Fucking take it.
Not for your body.
Anything to destabilize the U.S., dude. Let me tell you.
Just a little bit of Chinese ground up rhino horn.
It's a revenge for the opium wars, but they got the wrong address.
There is a little loophole for antibiotics. You could buy Mexican dog antibiotics, and they're the same as people antibiotics.
I have a bunch of them. I take them.
Damn, I never thought about that. That's a great idea.
And they on the Chinese not suitable for dogs or people. So
on the Chinese front, Nikki Haley on the debate was trying to make a case that the Chinese are trying to pervert our children by investing money into our colleges. I was like, isn't there like a simpler way that could be happening?
Yeah, it's called TikTok.
Like,
absolutely. Yeah. It's clear to me that that's what they're doing.
It doesn't. Yeah, you don't have to fucking like have a university professor that's literally like a Communist Party agent to fuck up America. Like America's fucked as it is.
Dude, they already did that. They already had the communist agents. Like, we're past that now. Now all kids are given like the porn box immediately. And that's how it is on TikTok. You think it's just like, oh, it's just girls, like, and I don't even know what the fuck they're thinking. If they're giving it to their teenage daughter, it's, oh, she's just looking at like girls her age dancing around. But it's like those, like the videos of the girls dancing around, like way too young, way too sexually to like, you sit on my dick, spit on my dick. To exactly that. Those videos are not made to be viewed by their peers. Those videos at the end of the day are made to be viewed by sex perverts.
That's true. For views, and attention.
Yeah, dude, it's just this machinery that's already, it's just in motion. It's gonna happen, and we're fucked. And like, we're trying to like apply it to different, trying to like work it into some kind of a pitch to like become Republican candidate for president. And it's like, you're not like, it's not China, or it is China. China's doing the TikTok shit. But it's like, all right, it's fucking universities. We don't need
I guess
China to fuck our
the Chinese and the American elites agree that the American people should be fucked up.
Yeah. It's, I mean, our whole culture is just like on a trajectory, and it's going in that way. You don't need anybody else to fuck with it. It's already heading that way. It's getting worse. It's getting more so.
They built a machine that they thought they had control of, but then it started running itself, and nobody could stop it.
Exactly.
No, you can't do anything about it at this point.
Right.
It's the gangster computer god.
It is.
It is the literal communist gangster computer god.
Communist gangster computer god, exactly.
All right. So I got one more Bigfoot video, and then we can.
There's one more thing I want to say
dive
about
away.
this.
Leave Bigfoot zone.
If a creature like this approaches, there's one trick that always works that will make them go away.
Farting really loud.
Masturbate.
Yeah, either way, you can do both.
And masturbate. And pray.
So you have to look it in the eyes while you masturbate, though, so you know you're not afraid of it and that you're not volatile in this position.
Start masturbating and farting furiously and violently.
Farting on me.
Win.
While fingering said Bigfoot's asshole.
Hell yeah.
I'm not Bigfoot.
Let's check out his video. Midland County man asked for police help after Bigfoot sightings. And I'm pretty sure, this... I actually don't know what the hell I'm playing. Let's roll it!
Fuck it, we'll do it
Dude,
live.
the video
Oh,
keeps jacking up. Why do this to me? Hold up. It's muted and the video is in the wrong resolution. Just kill me now, dude. Gangster computer god. Off of my fucking head, dude.
I don't know nothing on earth that makes that noise.
Anthony Padilla is asking authorities to investigate what he first thought was a hunter in a ghillie suit on his wooded Midland property.
I gotta confront this guy.
Oh, he's in Texas.
You know, I was a little nervous. He was all huge, like a basketball player mixed with a wrestler, football type.
Brutus the Barber
Padilla believes
Beefcake.
what he thought was a hunter is Bigfoot.
He started getting blurry. He started getting fuzzy. I see some antler starting to evolve.
He sounds like Danny Trejo. It's great.
And it gave me a vision of a white deer's tail. Two hooves jump away from me, try to make me forget what
What the fuck?
Bigfoot encounter.
Holy shit.
There was a lot going on there.
Yeah, I didn't expect all that.
That was a little much.
It got blurry, which is like it phasing into another reality or becoming invisible or some shit. And then it gave him a vision of a white-tailed deer.
Yeah, it was Men in Black. It was actual Men in Black shit, but it was like the Native American version.
And he was like, "Whoa!" Memory, so that he saw a white-tailed deer instead of it, or something. Like, what does that mean?
But he was too strong-willed for it to affect him.
Yeah, he was trying to alter his memory, so
Yeah.
he wouldn't remember that he saw him.
That's true.
But like that goes back to some shit you talked about way back like a year ago. Like Bigfoot is blurry. Like it's like Bigfoot is like halfway outside of our reality or something.
We were talking about that previously, mentioning the Glimmerman.
Yeah, he's interdimensional animal.
It's that predator stuff, and whether it's interdimensional cloaking or some sort of just tendency to evolve towards a survival strategy of stealth. Who's to say? But yeah, any of these things could be possible.
They just
out
chose
there.
their skill tree properly.
They did. They picked the right perks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they picked the right. They went on the right skill tree.
Okay. Let's roll this.
For years ago, Padilla has been leaving pizza boxes in the woods as bait.
Okay. I told you the story about Glacier National Park and all the people that got eaten. This guy's got next door neighbors.
This guy's a wild man. It's awesome.
This is like AI generated shit. This is like that fat guy fighting the gators over pizza and AI generated. Gators Bigfoot. Holy shit.
Peel the liner out.
Bigfoot enthusiast Matthew Smith is taking a harder look at the boxes that Padilla says Sasquatch has handled.
Just rolling them up, kind of making it look like there's a sign.
Okay, so he's got all these baggies that they had to confiscate from that he was rolling up, dude.
Rolling
up.
Look at that fucking Bigfoot pendant too.
I know.
Is that Bigfoot on weed, dog?
I just saw the baggies on the table, and I'm like, this is one of those pictures where the cops are really proud of themselves for getting like a fucking quarter ounce of weed and killing a dog. And Bigfoot kills dogs all the time, so he might be working with the cops for all I know.
Is the local Bigfoot enthusiast 16 years old? Is that what I'm getting here?
I think he's 35 and looks young and got braces for porn.
Fair enough.
What?
Look,
it's America.
Why?
In America, you get braces so you can do porn.
Yeah, it makes money, so you can pay for your dental bill.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
In there, I noticed there's a bunch of hair samples.
Padilla and Smith say their investigation without police is leading them to more people with the same claims in Midland County. They're asking people for help, information, and hope for police cooperation.
Then we can track it down and we can prove to the world that they do exist right here in Midland County.
Is Bigfoot real?
Bigfoot is definitely real.
He's
I
right.
don't know nothing on earth that makes that noise.
Anthony
Stupid
Padilla is
VLC be
asking
doing this. Yeah, he right though.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that guy.
That guy's awesome.
He'd kick your ass,
That
dude.
guy's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
He's gonna give you a Bigfoot pizza party.
Yeah, he's gonna give you the bait pizza.
Oh no. Can't be done. All right. Well, what do we got to talk about? We can spurg about whatever right now. Does anybody have any new business?
I don't want to go on about Israel.
I don't want to go on about it.
That's kind of what I figured. See, that's the thing is I asked, and I'm not fucking plugged in. I promise you that. I ask people like, "What's in the news?" And they're like, Israel." And it's like nobody wants to talk about that. We fucking already talked about that. Nothing's really changed.
Israel.
I'm not at liberty to discuss Israel while my
That too, man. That too. But like, yeah.
Everybody understands this now. Is the point? It's irrelevant. We all get it, dude. And it'll be the world will end soon enough. It's fine, dude. You know who is the real king of Israel? Jesus. And it's almost
Christ,
Christmas.
Yeah. It is true.
God damn it.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
Hey, dog.
I think we need to revel in the salvation of Christ, to be honest.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a return. Like, I don't know. It's just the fucking. We're just back. We're back to the shit like the COVID vaccine mentality, but then like flipped around in some sort of weird way where it's like fucking the Republicans are basically trying to pull the same. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to say they're pulling the exact same shit, but it's like, you know, the same people that were trying to defend free speech now are trying to destroy it, and the people that were trying to destroy it all of a sudden are saying like free Palestine or whatever, and
once again,
because free speech only matters to you when you have something to say, and it matters a lot less to you when the people you totally disagree with for fucking miscellaneous.
Once again,
have something to say.
Like nobody actually believes in free speech now. And everybody who says they do, almost everybody, is a liar. And if they're not, they're just like kind of delusional at this point. Because the thing is, if I don't have common ground with like anybody, any real group that's larger than my close friends, like what the hell good is it? What?
Right.
I don't know, because there's nothing to latch onto. There's nothing to grow from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's no reason to hold these moral positions like being pro free speech if you don't have any kind of a collectivity. So, like, you know, that a collective of people that agree with you and are on your side.
I was saying earlier, there was a time in my life when I looked around and I was like, what? We don't believe in the Constitution anymore? And everyone was like, no, fuck no. And it was people from all walks of life. And you know what? Like, because that's the thing is if we all agreed on that, it'd probably be fucking fine. But, you know, that's not in the cards.
That's the problem. Too many people don't understand what the Constitution really is, because the fucking Constitution isn't the fucking founding fathers giving us rights. Those are God-given rights that the founding fathers are like, well, the state needs to protect these God-given. There's particular God-given rights that the state needs to protect. Otherwise, what's the point of the state? Because like we can leave it at that last question if we need to. You know, like it's like the people don't understand. Like you have natural rights, and the only way to maintain those natural rights is to defend them in whatever means you find necessary for whatever purpose is going on, you know, whatever's going on.
Exactly.
You know, I think there are certain times, I don't think right now violence is called for, but I do believe there are certain times where violence is called for.
It's funny. I remember when I was younger and I would be like, well, at least we have free speech, because I was seeing what was going on in Europe and stuff like that. Now it's exactly the same. I don't think people go around being like, at least we have free speech. I don't think anybody says that anymore. You know what I mean?
I would say there are no rights. There are no rights. There's no God-given rights. There's no rights, period.
Well, it's only
you have God-given rights. It's about making sure that you maintain them, and that's where
it's only what you can take.
Exactly.
I mean,
One at a time. Jack.
Liberalism of our like constitutional government is that the constitutional democracy and everything, liberal democracy, is that we're civilized and we don't have to go to war anymore because we've got these laws and these rights and all this shit. The reality is we don't have to go to war anymore because we'll nuke you. That's the real reason we don't have to go to war anymore. We'll fucking nuke Russia if they fucking invade Poland or some shit. You know, we'll fucking nuke them. And that's the reason why, you know, Europe isn't divided into like all these warring, you know, countries the way that it always was prior to World War II. and we're trying to justify it off of this like whole like ideology of rights and shit. But yeah, we're just as savage as we ever fucking been.
Yeah,
There's no reason.
We're at like a point we hit a high, and now we're wondering how we can maintain it. And it's like we were the guy on the deserted island with a few other people, and we were the guy with the gun. Can't question the guy with the gun, but now we have 5 other guys, and they all made spears. And like that's where we're at now. It's like, yeah, you got the gun, yeah, it'll do damage, but like, are you fast enough for this?
Yeah, can you maintain that gun?
And also, we have been partying for like 72 hours, and we must sleep.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. Yep, we robbed all the coke from the island, and
hell yeah,
that's basically how it be.
Yeah.
George H.W. Bush naked on an island with a gun and coke.
We're like the smoke monster from Law.
Hell yeah.
But
It's
I don't
like
know.
a boring ass time because it's George H.W.
Yep.
You know, like him with a bunch of coke and a gun alone on an island still sounds like it's gonna be a bland fucking time. He's just like, well,
Yeah,
I can fire into the sky until I'm rescued. This will help me stay awake. My son always does this. He's always awake.
Partner. I'm George W. Bush.
Yeah,
we're talking HW. We're talking CIA. George W. would be the life of the party, bro.
It's a sad state of affairs that we're currently in, but it does lead me to believe that we're at a point where states and communities will begin to ask, what is the federal government doing for me? And they'll be like, oh, nothing. It's actually fucking me completely. And then you'll weigh like, okay, so they're providing the infrastructure and all of the opportunities, like businesses. People don't understand. Like I don't understand, but like if there was some sort of secession, like that would be the way they hit it. Is like, and we saw it in Russia. They'd be like, you don't get McDonald's anymore. That's like an American company. They're not allowed to do business with you. You don't get McDonald's. You don't get Walmart. And that's going to fucking hurt people. And that's fucking stupid and sad. But that's where they've got us, like against a wall here.
I'm trying to remember last time I was in Moscow if they had a Walmart. I don't think they did. There was like a gigantic Russian version of it.
I don't think there are any Walmarts in Europe.
Yeah.
First thing, I mean, going back to Israel, like, why do our tax dollars have to pay so much money to Israel? Why do Israelis have healthcare that's better than American healthcare?
Yeah, they get free college too.
Lead off American tax dollars.
You can look at many countries and say the same things too.
Yeah, but like, so when secession does happen, one of the first things, if you play Cyberpunk 2077, it predicted this, and like, I think this is realistic. There's a whole DLC called It's called what is it called? Phantom Liberty. But the DLC area is called Dogtown, and it's a part of Night City that's cut off from the rest of Night City. And you constantly are hearing these broadcasts from this dictator who's running Dogtown, and he's just like, "There's no taxes here. You don't have to worry about that bullshit."
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, like if Elon Musk just took Florida, if he just bought fucking Florida, said it's a new country, and he just said like, you don't have to pay taxes to Israel, you don't have to pay taxes to any of these other countries. The only taxes you have to pay are for the fucking roads, or maybe not even for the fucking roads. If he just made that the pronouncement.
This is actual warlord shit you're talking about, though.
Yeah, basically.
Which I'm cool with that, but I'm saying like that's the scale we're talking about.
And people would be down with it. People would be down with it. It's just like people like it's if people like we pay taxes so completely like unconsciously, just like, oh, that's what you got to do, or else you're fucked. The IRS is coming for you. And like we do that, like we not really acknowledging. And the Democrats are always making this case like it's going to help the poor, it's going to help the roads. No, it's going to help fucking Israel. It's going to give money to fucking Afghanistan and shit. You're giving money to random countries that like you don't have any association with because we've got some treaty that has nothing to do with you.
They're looting a dying empire.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean our own government is looting the dying empire. They're all looting it. Everyone's looting it, but you.
Right.
Well, that's why I was Jack. When it comes to taxes, I recommend to anybody who has the availability, and I believe you might, to kind of play it like the rich people. So if you have a 1099, right? If you work for yourself,
I think these are things we should not say on the air potentially.
Yeah, no, these are real. These are real. This is legal. This is legal shit. Anything that you buy that is for the purpose of that business, keep that receipt, and then you can fucking write it off. Fucking, bro. you can write some shit off. Let me tell you, I've written some shit off, and it was completely legal because I was doing it completely in good faith. It's all real. It's all real.
Guess what gets me a tax credit
right now, and it'd still be good.
Take a wild guess what gets me a tax credit.
Chickens.
Yes, I'm a chicken farmer, so I get like I can write off.
How many chickens you need for that credit? Yeah. My landlord said I could raise chickens. How many chickens you need?
I don't know how many you have to have, but I have 30, so I figured that was a good number.
I can't have 30 chickens.
I'm but a humble chicken fucker, dude.
That's true.
Who's going chicken fucking?
Who's going chicken fucking? Hell yeah, dude. We're worked. Do we have anything else to rant about? I don't want to keep this going if we're not trying to keep it going, but I'm willing to talk about anything. Talk about blackpilling shit forever. Just talk about how bad. Well, here's the one thing I wanted to say. Here's the one thing I wanted to say. You were talking about loudspeakers blaring like essentially propaganda, but like cool, obvious shit. Now it reminds me of like the call to prayer in a lot of Muslim countries. So they'll blare that as soon as the call to prayer happens. Now, what if we had our own call to prayer and it was just Alex Jones being like, 1776 will rise again?
Well, it used to be from limb to limb. Morning. We used to have to fucking say the national anthem and the fucking Pledge of Allegiance every morning for fucking how many years?
I refused to do that and got sent to the principal's office by my German teacher. So the joke was always that she was a Nazi after that.
Here's a rabbit hole we can potentially go down. Like, Elon has said he wants to bring Alex Jones back to Twitter now.
He put a poll up. Is what it was, and the poll is overwhelmingly in favor.
He's done this before, hasn't he? And then just didn't do anything. I swear he did this before.
I think he said he did a poll of who wants Trump back, and then he brought Trump back, didn't he?
Yeah, and then Trump made one fucking post. I can't remember what it was. It was awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I do think Alex is fucking toothless at this point. I think we're looking at like Alex Jones, Elon Musk, and Tucker Carlson. I have no hope for that. That seems like king grift.
I'm not. What is the Elon Musk phenomenon? That's what I sort of wanted to ask. Like, I'm not rooting for him or anything. Not a big fan or anything, but he is. I feel like he is doing something that is like interesting and worth looking into.
And my issue is he ruins everything he touches. Everything he touches seems to be worse afterwards. I can't think of an example like what PayPal is my best example of something that he didn't fuck up, including his fucking like his relationships and his kids.
Yeah,
he ruined his. All he does is procreate. He's got, mind you, this dude's got like fucking 9 kids between 4 baby mamas.
Well, if I was like a rich retard, I would just fuck hot women all the time too.
They're not. They're not hot. They're fucking mid. They're all mids that he fucking brainwashed for a period of time. Which is fine. I don't fucking have anything against rich dudes brainwashing their secretaries or whatever, but like, I don't think Elon Musk is a good guy. I think he's an autistic dude with a lot of money.
Here's how I see it. Elon Musk has the money and the weird retard shit where he's like, I don't know what the hell. He's just trying to make a name for himself, really. He's got the money and the clout. Then you have Alex Jones, who is desperate for a home. Desperate.
Right.
You know what I mean? He'll tone down his shit forever if like not another $1 billion, please. Just had a big bowl of chili. I can't pay any more billions of dollars. I want a big bowl of chili. So then you have Tucker Carlson, who is like grifter extraordinaire at this point. Like, not that he's made a name for himself, but he was always the media guy. He's got more credibility than any other right-wing grifter.
Right.
So I think the best. I don't know, man. Because when I see what would their platform be? It sounds I just don't know. They're not going to go full Alex Jones. What did they do?
Well, we talk about predictive programming.
Mm-hmm.
I think that so Elon Musk's Twitter icon used to be JC Denton from Deus Ex, right? The video game,
sure.
the protagonist of the sort of cyberpunk Illuminati video game where the Illuminati are controlling like the internet or whatever.
Yeah, everybody eats soy in that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like soy food. It's the only food that exists.
I think that these novels, video games, comic books from like the 80s and 90s, and I guess in that case early 2000s, basically created the world we're living in now. or that the world, or that they were like oracles, like basically the future invading the past and showing people signs of the future that people were then influenced by, including Elon Musk, also Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel's a really good example of this. He was really into science fiction, and he's now become like kind of like a cyberpunk villain, in a certain type of way, or a hero. I don't know if you want to, whatever your perspective is, but I think that the incoherency of Elon Musk is that he's basically a character in a book that like he hasn't read yet. So it's like he's basically like he's just a video game NPC basically that's come to life.
You're describing him as Elliot Rodger with money.
Yeah. No, exactly. Actually, exactly that. Elliot Rodger thought he was what he thought he was fucking American Psycho, or
he was the main character. He's the main villain, however you look at it. But yeah, he was.
I have an idea about how all of this works.
He's a playable character.
Yeah.
Listen to this. I'm not sure about this idea, but I would like to talk about it. This whole to cough. This whole media thing that we see on TV on the screen, it's like a TV series, never-ending TV show, and the characters in it are probably not as real as they are in their own personal lives.
Right.
Now we're describing pro wrestling.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it might even be writers deciding what Elon Musk and Alex Jones is going to do. I have no evidence of this. But
I mean, there's absolutely evidence of speech writers and writers on these shows.
The next, and
it's a gigantic. Shakespeare said like all the world's a stage, and one of the things that you said, Yakov, that stuck with me is that that we're going to get to this point where AI is just going to start creating everything that we see every time we log into social media, and I'm waiting for that day. Like it seems like that's coming. Like you see like some of these like Instagram models, you see some of this footage of what's going on in Israel,
and
and the different debates about it, and you see some of the shit of Joe fucking Biden and Donald Trump, and it's like, is this actually happening?
Yeah, people are being so sucked into the screen that they forget that there is a real world.
Yeah.
Where you actually exist.
Well, their world,
they don't spend most of their time there.
Their world is the world that the algorithm creates. It feeds them their fears, essentially, constantly.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And it just gets to a certain point where eventually the feedback loop becomes like, oh, you need images. Here are some images for you to freak out about. You don't even need an actual event anymore. Well, the events themselves were already fake. They were already manipulated by the algorithm. But now there's no event even. There's just images that signify an event that isn't even happening.
Yeah. Yeah, we're quickly approaching the time where everything you look at will have AI, the touch of AI. And I don't know how like subtle can it be, it'd still be insidious. Like every time you look at my streams, there's something like AI going on. There's some sort of shit that I touched up with AI, but my philosophy is like these things are tools and you can use them to create your own art. You don't just take whatever the AI shits out. You doll it up. You make it look like something of yours. That's what I believe in. And I think everybody's already essentially doing some. They're probably just outright. I've seen a lot of things. A lot of thumbnails now are just straight up AI upscales in the thumbnails. That's what a lot of them are now.
Yeah.
They'll take any image that they want to use. Like I see a lot of it in like pro wrestling. We're talking about pro wrestling again here. It's just like it, dude. But yeah, they'll take like these old images that look like shit, and they'll just upscale them and make it the thumbnail. So it's already hitting the point where you're like constantly seeing that stuff without realizing it. How much shit in commercials? How much it's already taking over. So when does it become totally fake?
Bruce Willis signed his fucking rights over to be an AI.
I think like something like the Marvel universe, the DC universe, is basically an AI like system. It is something that allows a creative person to plug themselves into it, and it thinks for them. It gives them a whole backstory, all these characters, and the way that these movies get written, it's like piecing together comic books that have already been written and trying to rewrite them in a way that works for a movie. So it's basically artificial intelligence. It's artificial creativity, and the creative person is just kind of like basically an editor. And that's the thing with the writer's strike. They're trying to sue to make people not be allowed to do this. But part of what they wanted to do was just have the AI write the basic script, and then they would pay the writer like a small fee to edit what the AI was doing. And the part of the writer's strike was saying, no, you have to actually let the writer have full writing credit. But even with that full writing credit, the writer can then use ChatGPT to write a basic script and do exactly that, and then just edit that and get paid. It was just a question of how much you're paying the writer. It wasn't a question of what they're actually going to do. And there's plenty of writers like writing this fucking Ant-Man bullshit that are using ChatGPT already, like completely. So it's like it's already really the whole dead internet theory that like most of the movies you see are already fucking made by AI. We're basically there. We're basically there. That it's like we don't really know what they're editing.
Now,
or they're actually writing.
this is why I have no sympathy for the writers. I would like to take their side. Like there probably should be humans writing movies, but at the same time, it's like I don't trust these people. A, to write a good movie. B, to not cheat. Like, so I get that. Now the problem is with all of this. What really offends me is that this AI is programmed to be as politically correct and boring and fucking lame and unfunny as fucking possible.
Yeah,
that's what's fucked up about all of this.
Bullshit.
But the old version was a Nazi.
Yeah, well, exactly. But now
unless you self-train it.
We're at the point like this. This is a prediction, dude. The only way you will know that somebody is not AI is if they say slurs.
Yeah.
Right? Because the AI will never be trained to say slurs. It will never be allowed to do it.
I know one thing that contradicts that. George R.R. Martin.
What about him? Go
if
on.
he doesn't publish a book in 13 years, then he's probably not using AI.
Yeah, I believe that guy's not using AI. I trust him. Fuck, been 15 fucking years since the last time we ever saw a fucking word from him. Yeah, he's not using ChatGPT at all. Love that guy.
It's more fucked up than that, yeah. He's actually written like 3 books since the last game.
You're right, it is more fucked up than that.
Up. It's like he's just like teasing us. Just like you wrote a 1,000-page history of Game of Thrones, like 1,000 pages long history of the Targaryen family before he would write another fucking Game of Thrones book.
Now, I'm the last guy who's like fanboying over this shit. The show fucking ruined it. We're hitting a point of saturation with Game of Thrones, and if the next season of House of the Dragon doesn't kick ass, this shit's fucking dead in the water. No matter how many series that fucking fat retard wrote. So hopefully we're at the point that all of this can fucking be behind us, and maybe he'll fucking finish his book. He'll never finish the series, so what the fuck does it matter at this point?
If they stick to the book, House of the Dragon is going to be awesome. The book is awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's basically like Game of Thrones, Star Wars. Like Dragon Wars.
I don't want to go full on fucking TV critic here, but like, yeah, I was very impressed with the first season and all of the elements of it that people saw and were like, oh, fuck that. All those characters were fucking dead meat, brother. So, whatever.
What about
incest
you know what's
simulator?
gonna not be great? You know what's gonna suck absolute ass? The Amazon Fallout show. It looks like hot diarrhea. Holy shit.
There's nothing to even go on. I think some of the images look cool.
Did you see the ghoul?
I did
the
not.
Ghoul is so fucking
I think I did. I don't know.
So lazy.
Well, I'm sure. I'll give you that. It's probably. I'm sure it's going to be shit. Some of the set pieces look fucking cool and all. And when in the first write up of it, they said that like the Brotherhood of Steel were the ones enforcing like law and order in the land, and it's in Los Angeles, and don't make sense. Which it could be just like an idiot writing shit that they didn't understand. That's possible too. But yeah,
the only way this makes sense is it's before Fallout 2. Yeah, and then CR is like not really a thing yet. That's the only way it makes sense.
I think they said the date and it didn't make sense. I don't know. I'm not that big of a nerd about this shit, but it will be bad. Huh?
It will be bad. It's gonna suck.
It could be a girl in the Fallout too. The girl in it could be what's her name? Who cares?
Who cares?
Like the president, Tandy, whatever.
Yeah,
President Tandy.
Yeah, President.
Yeah,
Tandy.
she might be President Tandy. I don't know.
But like the thing is, the ghoul they showed in the trailer, it's just some dude that they've like gave a lot of wrinkles to via makeup and got rid of his nose. That's it. It's the most lazy fucking ghoul. I can't believe how lazy it looked. It's horrible. Here, I'll post
Still looks better than the ghouls in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how many mods I had to put on New Vegas to make ghouls look like that? So many that I can't ever play it. It can't be played.
But at least they're sexy and you can see their ghouled vagina.
New Vegas has pretty cool decision trees in terms of the plot.
I don't. I'm not.
I'll defend it on that.
I don't
But
actually.
at the
I
end
just
of the day,
don't give a
it's
shit
like-
about the game. And
Yeah, it's a
Polak
tremendously
loves it.
overrated game.
I love that. All right, I'm posting the ghoul. Here we go.
Whatever. I don't care about that shit. Let's look at this fucking this magazine, boys. Let me make sure I'm sharing the screen for you so everybody can see this issue of 40 and Times, an old paranormal magazine from back in the day.
There's your ghoul. Fucking horrible.
Love her. We got 40 and Times. This is the December 1996 issue of this old ass magazine. Check this out. We got Fly Your Own UFO, Open Sesame, Treasure Secrets, dude. But
That's literally me.
What up, Flame? You've
It's the guy.
arrived.
We saw him earlier.
Flame's here. Hang on.
Flame, are you ready to do Bigfoot shit?
Yes.
Because he is wanted, dead or alive.
Dude, I want to be that guy so bad. Yeah.
Me too.
He's him.
I heard him earlier in my left ear.
So I'm gonna scroll through this. Same thing I did with the 40K stream. I don't know if any of you guys were there or whatever, if you remember. So I'm gonna scroll through this. I'm gonna stop for cool art. I'm gonna read the things that I feel like I need to read, and if there's anything you want me to go back for, stop on, zoom in on, you let me know. The truth is in here. In this VHS tape, dude. You can just mail in and order that crap.
Oh, that looks like propaganda. That looks like anti-Semitic propaganda.
It is. It is. It is. And guess what, boys? Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither was
That's
this.
a game. That's a video game.
Fucking
It's
Daggerfall.
Hell yeah!
Look at this
dog.
artwork, looking like a goddamn Iron Maiden fucking album cover. So
That's when
goddamn
Tom
sweet.
Howard didn't please you, and his shit was cool.
Yep.
His based as fuck.
The most ambitious computer game ever devised. The
It's
largest
still,
world.
Like, bigger than Morrowind, right?
What's that?
It's still bigger than Morrowind, right? 30,000
Yeah.
square miles.
I'm assuming it's a whole fucking shitload of nothing, to be honest, but I've
It's just auto-generated. Just like in whatever direction you go, it just randomly generates.
Yeah, it generates like sprites, and the fucking Khajiit are like half cat, half people instead of like cat people, if that makes sense.
Thanks,
They're
Bethesda.
like cat girls instead of cat people.
Thanks, Bethesda. Yeah.
Very
Thanks, Todd Howard.
Here we have B-Man.
Todd Howard is a Freemason.
Is he the one who left when, like, after Morrowind, or is he the one who like joined after Morrowind?
He joined after Morrowind, and that's
Oh, that
why
sucks.
it's shitty. Yeah, that's why
Fuck that
he's the main Bethesda fucking dude.
So here we
Like, he
have
has been for-
B-Man, playing clarinet for bees. Play, Beanie Goodman. Norm Gary, a former entomology professor from Davis, California, is known as the B-Man, and it's easy to see why. Here he plays his clarinet while covered in honeybees at the Sacramento State Fairgrounds in California. He performed 3 times a day for 18 days during the California State Fair this year. Holy shit, that's a lot of bees, dude.
Why don't we have cool shit at state fairs anymore? Like, what the
behave.
fuck, man, this is gay.
Behave.
Like this isn't gay. I'm sorry.
Behave.
This is cool. But the new ones are gay.
Oh look, it's Baba, whatever her name is.
Baba Vanga, Baba Vanga.
Bulgarian.
Papa Jagger.
That's how I look after the gas station pack.
Yeah. So she's a blind, web-fingered peasant clairvoyant, venerated throughout Bulgaria as Aunt or Granny Vanga, died of cancer in a Sofia hospital aged 85 on the 11th of August, and this is 1996 once again. Born in neighboring Macedonia in 1911, Vanga found fame after losing her sight at the age of 12 during a windstorm. She helped locate missing relatives and people who had been kidnapped. Most of her predictions related to people's private lives, but she was said to have foreseen World War II, the coming to power of the communists in 1944, the invasion of Czechoslovakia in 1968, and an earthquake in northern Bulgaria in 1985. More than 1 million people sought guidance from the seer, including respected intellectuals and notable politicians. Her advice was usually uttered in a trance. She was consulted regularly by the communist dictator Todor Zhivkov, and at various times by Leonid Brezhnev, Mikhail Gorbachev, and Vladimir Zhirinovsky.
Those are actual like Russian leaders.
Yeah, no, this is pretty legit. I mean,
Yeah,
we've talked about her on previous streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she is said to have foretold the time of her own death. Vanga claimed to derive her power from an ancient city buried under Rupite? I don't know. Her village 100 miles south of Sofia, near the Greek border. Boiling water bubbles from the earth outside of her house, and many believe it has curative power. Waves of colored light were sometimes seen in the sky above her house. The current president and prime minister of the tens of thousands of ordinary Bulgarians attended her funeral. Ugly as hail. Double turtle.
At a young age, she probably was like a good-looking Slavic girl in her younger years.
How do these turtles poop? Is that a little bit of poop there? How do they poop?
Their assholes seem to be one.
That's right. They only one of them poops. Then they have to fight over who poops.
Yeah, this seems like a shitty life.
The first known
One was constipated all the time.
What?
One was constipated all the time.
That sucks. The first known Siamese twin tortoises, as opposed to two-headers, were born in late July at Israel's Hebrew University. They might survive, but share too many organs to be separated. Anyone want to bitch about Israel?
Yeah, funny.
Feel free.
We're Siamese twin tortoises with our money.
They keep sticking the turtles together.
They're putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' turtles Siamese.
They know how to get 2 turtles for the price of 1, dude. Anyway.
Boy.
They be turtling.
The Beast of Ben Bekula. This unidentified creature was found on the shores of Ben Bekula in the, I always say this wrong.
Hebrides.
6 years ago by Louis Witz, a childminder. A babysitter? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Fucking British. What the fuck? When she was 16, so she was a baby minder. Louise, so it's Louise of Bedlington, Northumberland, had always wondered what the creature was, but had never taken a photograph to an expert, believing she would look foolish when it was identified as a common sea creature. It had what appeared to be a head at one end, a curved back, and seemed to be covered with eaten-away flesh or even a furry skin, and was about 12 feet long, she said. It smelled absolutely disgusting. But the weird thing was that it had all these shapes like fins along its back, like a dinosaur or something. When Louise moved out of her parents' home recently, she unearthed a photograph and took it to Alec Coles, curator and keeper of natural sciences at Hancock Museum in Newcastle upon Tyne. On the 21st of August, pictures of the creature were put on display at the museum. Mr. Coles said that none of the botanists, zoologists, and marine biologists who had seen the picture could throw any light on the puzzle. So this thing, stinking like ass, being kind of furry.
Yeah.
The normal response would be that it's like a carcass that's like the spine of a creature that is like rotting, essentially, because
usually whale, I think
the muscle fibers
Whales, yeah.
look like hair. Essentially, they look like white hair. You can look at that with like the trunco case, blobsters. This is essentially like a blobster story.
Yeah.
If this thing has hair, does that mean that it does not have a cloaca?
Maybe. Drake. So the weird thing about it is like the weird fin things. I can't imagine what that is, but you know, I'm not a marine biologist. I could see this as the spine of whatever it might be.
It could be like a seal or something that's like dead.
Yeah, classic blobster.
Seals,
12
seals
feet,
and, like,
12 feet long.
sea mammals, they have the same, like, when you look at their like tails, their tails have the bone structure of like feet.
Well, you know what's fucked up about walruses? You know how walruses eat their prey?
I think we should call it the stink beast.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
the walrus have like a fucking vacuum cleaner tongue, and they literally suck like clams out of their tail.
Suck.
Yeah, they suck. But like apparently they kill baby seals by like fucking sucking their brain out of their fucking head or some shit like that. It's insane. Walruses are brutal.
When gonads are gone nads. Mobs in Cameroon have hanged 3 men accused of using evil powers to cause male genitals to disappear merely by shaking hands. Several other penis snatchers were in hospital after being badly beaten, according to the Cameroon Post. The incidents were reported in the towns of Limbe, Tiko, Mwea, and Batoke. all on the Atlantic Sea route between Cameroon and neighboring Nigeria. Most of the alleged snatchers were Nigerian. An 18-year-old student said that when he shook hands with a Nigerian friend, he felt an electric-like current run through him, and a feeling that his manhood had retreated into his stomach. Doctors said that all the missing genitals were unharmed and normal. An earlier wave of missing tackle rumors, that must be another British thing. It's a British magazine, I don't know. Swept through Nigeria in 1990, and we reported a similar story from Uganda. These rumors bear some resemblance to the shrinking penis panic known as Kuro in Malaysia and Shukyang in China. So, yeah, they go to the doctor and they're like, this guy stole my penis. And the doctor looks at it and is like, that's a penis. And he doesn't see a problem.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like,
what I got from it too. The cock's still there, right?
No,
the
but
cock is not gone.
the claim by the victims is that their penis got very, very small. And the doctors are like, yeah, you got a small penis.
Wait, are you doubting this, Corey? This is real. This happened to my buddy Eric once.
Holy shit.
MK Ultra.
Maybe. I mean, you can say that, but like, is it MK Ultra if it's just some African witch doctor doing it? Like, it's the same thing at the end of the day, but it's on a different level.
Yeah, good old voodoo.
Yeah, he's an African.
Yo, that's wrong.
Yeah,
I believe.
Steal a man's girth. How are you gonna steal a man's girth? That's
yeah, got him.
Like when he steals them, does it like transfigure onto him?
Yeah,
like,
his dick grows fucking twice the size every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, his
Let's go to the doctor because your cock got like 1/3 of the size that it was, and he's like, "You just got a tiny little dick, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You're fuck, man. What do you mean?
You got a baby penis." Bare necessities in Bosnia. Look at that bear. Look at that boy.
Big boy.
Last June, Zejna Elkaz, 46, was discovered living in the wilds of central Bosnian highlands. She had last been seen on the 2nd of November in 1992, when Chetniks, Bosnian Serb militiamen, laid waste to the village of... I can't fucking say that. Polak, you say that.
What is it?
Put your cursor on it.
Svitovici.
Nice. Where she lived. They crowded 11 villagers, Muslims and Croats, into a house and threw a grenade through the open door, killing Miss Elkaz's mother and 6 others. Miss Elkaz escaped by jumping out of a window. After 4 bitter winters with temperatures sometimes plunging to -4 degrees Fahrenheit, -20 Celsius, she had been given up for dead. You got it, brother. However, she had survived for 44 months in a shelter made from branches and plastic sheeting on a diet of mushrooms, walnuts, and berries. Hell yeah. Sometimes it would be so cold that when I took off my socks, skin would come off with them, she said. The wolves and bears never attacked her. Some of the bears were huge, 440 pounds or 200 kilograms at least. And there were times when they came within you got it, and 1.5 meters of me, 1.5 meters of me, but I would bang on a piece of plastic and they would run away. I was never scared of them. We learned to live with one another. The bears would climb up the trees and break off a branch and sit on the ground eating the fruit. But they always left some fruit behind, and I think that was for me. Her only conversation in all that time was with the birds, which she used to feed dried fruit and nuts. The doctor who examined her, Anis Ribic, a fellow Muslim returnee, said she is a biological phenomenon. I have looked at the books and found no record of any woman living wild for that length of time. So, would you marry her, Polak?
I mean, if she converted to Eastern Orthodoxy and became a Serb, probably. Because that's all Bosnians are, just Muslim Serbs.
Okay.
Don't say that to a Bosnian. They'll fucking stab you, bro.
Oh, I know. Don't. Yeah, but I mean, whether they want it.
Yeah.
You think she was religious, practicing Muslim?
My cousin's actually married to one.
The hell's that have to do with it?
Out there?
Well, I
She
mean,
always
like
knew where
the
East
dude
was.
says he's Muslim, but like he doesn't like.
Guess
do
west from
anything.
there.
Excuse me, Mr. Wolf. Which way is Mecca?
Do you guys see this picture of Harambe right here?
He's fucking choking that kid out.
Dude, shoot that fucking animal.
No, that's
Goddamn.
crazy. That is literally. Hold on, read that caption. That's literally a Harambe situation,
Yeah.
but they didn't kill it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bintu Jua saves a 3-year-old in a Chicago zoo gorilla pen. He fell in. Yeah, I've seen this video. Like, the video is available. You can find it. It's around.
So why did they kill Harambe if there was fucking evidence of the gorillas fucking saving kids?
Well, you can't just fucking assume the gorilla's going to save the kid when he's dragging him around. This is not what Harambe did. If you watch that video, this is not what Harambe was doing. Harambe was swinging that kid. He was swanging.
Swinging Harambe.
The real lesson from Harambe is stop fucking locking up animals that are fucking smarter than you.
Does this website still exist?
Huh?
The
It's a magazine.
This is a magazine. This is an actual scan of a magazine.
You're right.
Oh yeah, there.
Oh yeah. Well, look it up. Why are you asking me?
Internet.
All right, bro. Later, Jack.
The computer.
Please, Yakov, feed us with a spoon. We don't want to do anything.
Child eating lake claims.
Royal bird portraits. I don't really want to read that. I could be reading this crap forever, so I want to be more discerning. Child eating lake. You got a sentient lake. Claims more lives, dude. I'll read the sentient lake. I like sentient lake. Resident of Union, a small town in South Carolina, are calling for a sinister lake to be filled in after the second multiple drowning tragedy there in as many years. The John D. Long Lake came to unwanted prominence when Susan Smith killed her 2 young sons there on the 25th of October, 1994, strapping them into their seats and letting the car roll down a boat ramp and into the lake. Mrs. Smith tried to shift blame to the deaths onto an imaginary carjacker, but she confessed on the 3rd of November and was sentenced to life imprisonment. The most recent tragedy involving 7 more deaths occurred on the Saturday, the 31st of August, 1996, when a party of 10 people went to a barbecue at the lake 6 miles outside Union. They parked near the boat ramp, the lights of the Chevrolet Suburban illuminating the 2 memorials to the Smith boys, Michael and Alex. 5 of the adults were out of the car when it began to roll down the steep, grassy embankment into about 20 feet of water, with the driver, Tim Phillips, his 3 children, and another child still inside. Mrs. Phillips and another adult ran after the car, diving in to attempt a rescue, but they also drowned. Divers found the vehicle upside down about 80 feet from shore, with the ignition and lights still on and the automatic gear shift set to park. There was no sign that anyone hit the brakes or tried to steer the vehicle away from the lake. The doors were closed and one window was open. The car had passed between 2 granite memorials to the Smith boys and over a small holly tree planted in their memory. "It's like it's haunted or something," said neighbor Tommy Vinson of the lake. "It keeps taking lives."
Isn't that first story what they did the fucking South Park bit about with Butters? Isn't that where the fucking Butters mom
I don't
did
know.
to
I
him?
was thinking of Oz, but yeah, it was topical at one point in 1996 when Oz and South Park were both on the air. Yeah, definitely.
I was thinking of the Roman Empire.
That's true.
Emperor Caligula declared war upon the sea. He was right.
Absolutely not reading about anti-gravity. That sounds boring as hell.
Dragon dung disaster.
I like that one.
Disaster.
When 50 people fell ill with a potentially fatal salmonella infection in January 1996 after visiting Denver Zoo, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention was called in. 8 of the stricken were hospitalized and 1 victim was seriously ill for nearly 4 weeks. State epidemiologist Richard Hoffman said that the victims had all visited a special exhibit featuring giant Komodo dragons and had not washed their hands before eating or leaving the zoo. Curiously, it was those who touched the wooden enclosure of the Dragon Days exhibit, rather than those who actually touched the lizards, who became infected. Hoffman said the reptiles had defecated in much of the enclosure and then walked around, spreading the bacteria to the wooden barriers. One of the zoo's 4 Komodo dragons tested positive for a type of salmonella that is common, and these bacteria's unusual appearance clearly established the link between the victims and the exhibit. So you were just allowed to pet the Komodo dragons?
Holy
that makes
shit,
sense.
those things
They're
eat
friendly.
deer and
Yeah, they're
fucking-
nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
Nice guy.
There's apparently white men stealing organs in Peru.
I know. I'll read it. I don't want to read every
aliens.
single word of every single page, but
Aliens. I was like, that
I
looks
know.
cool, and I was like reading the top of it.
terror in Peru.
way.
The body of a 34-year-old woman with her heart, eyes, lungs, and kidneys torn out, found in the Ucayali jungle in Peru, sparked a hunt for the feared white man who reputedly stalks the region seeking native Indian victims. In Andean legend, Pishtacos, or devils that appear in the guise of foreigners, hunt and kill locals before stealing their body fat and organs to ship back to Europe for use in factories. Alfredo Tinanta, municipal official in the jungle village of Sharismana, said that the murder had been preceded by the suspicious appearance of strangers that looked like tourists, who, however, did not make contact with the locals. According to the local daily El Comercio, other officials, however, believe women was killed by another local before being mauled by wild animals. A similar scare about child murder in Guatemala for the international organ trade appears to have abated. Last August, the United States lifted a 2.5-year warning that recommended against non-essential travel to the country by U.S. citizens. So yeah, this is a very similar story to the Los Pelicaras. Los Pelicaras.
I just found.
Yeah.
Why is the word fish taco so funny? It's
Los Pelicanos.
So
this urban myth goes back to the colonial days, because like there was like a case where there was a older Spanish Spanish guy that was, yeah, well, I wouldn't really say conquistador because like this happened. This happened after the conquest, so like this was already when I was going to say Puerto Rico, Peru was colonized, and there was a guy running around doing this. I guess it's just to actually see it in this magazine is actually pretty interesting.
Well, to me, what's most interesting is that they are bringing up this is like human trafficking, organ trade type stuff, and the official response of Los Palicares was that they were illegal miners with jetpacks, which is crazy. But then other people came out and say that this is quite likely some sort of human trafficking, organ trade thing.
The body fat thing,
same thing.
Me for a loop. Like the fact that they were harvesting body fat specifically seems like, what was that for? Soap? Can you know, like what the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense really.
Maybe for soap and grease, oil, lard.
I guess, but it seems like an awful lot of trouble.
So are you
to go
CIA or cryptids?
So
look, it's Filipino people with gills.
The family with gills, Segundina Jimena, claims that her 3 children, like her late husband, have gills and can stay underwater for 6 minutes, according to the Philippine newspaper, the Sun Star Daily. The gills are small holes on the side of the neck below each ear. Dr. Antonio Yafa, chairman of the Cebu Provincial Health Committee, yeah, that's what he said, dude, below the ear, planned to visit the family in Dumanjug, about 350 miles south of Manila. If it is a congenital anomaly, then I will convince them to see a pulmonary specialist. You got to get them gills filled.
You got to get them gills removed.
Mrs. Jimena said that she didn't know how to swim and that her children were just starting to learn. The family lives in a remote mountain village far from the sea. According to a TV report from Cebu, one of the children, Hipolito, said liquid passes through the holes whenever they drink. The holes enlarge when they go underwater, allowing them to stay submerged for up to 6 minutes. Bizarre medical stories are very popular in the Philippines. In 1990, a woman claimed to have given birth to a fish. And in 1992, a man claimed to be pregnant. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
That is
Can't even imagine that.
Relevant for the rest of the story.
Man being pregnant, that's crazy.
That's fucked up.
I didn't believe that when I saw like only 6 minutes when they got the gills. I didn't believe them, but as soon as I saw the Philippines, I started to believe the story.
They're Fiji mermen.
I think there's merit to this.
Yeah, Fiji
there is a
mermen.
tribe or a group of people in the Philippines who live permanently on the water. In boats, and they fish with spears.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
So, what about this woman who claimed to have given birth to a fish? Was she like diddling herself with the fish and got lost in there and it popped out? She's like, I gave birth to
no, I'm giving birth right now.
No, I'm giving birth!
She was probably on some yaba or something, and they stuffed a fish in her, and she fucking figured out that she had a fish in her, and she just put, get your aliens out for the lab. Fucking headline. Oh, yeah.
It's a good one. When Penthouse announces that it had an alien centerfold, Bob Rickard reaches for the top shelf, only to find the editor has been taken for a ride. But he soon cheers up when he finds the Roswell motif in some very unlikely places. Here we have the Penthouse spread showing Paul David's model alien, the same model in the movie Roswell Autopsy, and in the International UFO Museum. So we got some sweet models, I guess. Got some sweet Penthouse models going on here, dude.
It's super cool, honestly.
It's very cool.
Like the porn mag was like, no, fuck pussy, aliens.
Yeah.
Because Penthouse was like raunchier than Playboy, if I remember correctly.
Fuck
Yes.
bitches, get aliens.
Alien autopsy scene in martial arts and magic fantasy film Forbidden City Cop. All right. You sold me on it. We're going to watch it.
What?
Here's a hairy child.
No fucking way.
Here we have Lard Boy.
Lard. Poor
kid. I feel bad for that child.
He's too fat to get his shoes on. But like, dude, do you think he was gonna get his shoes on in the first place?
Is this child alive still?
He's a little boy. He needs his shoes put on for him because he a boy.
He has diabetes now.
Okay, dogs are being taught to do housework for the disabled.
It's true, dude. What do you? What? Do you think they're taking your jobs?
They took the future. They took the future from us. We were able to do this, and they took it from us.
Rodent testicles may foil rejection. Rodent testicles may foil rejection.
What does that mean?
They're gonna transplant little baby testicles onto you. You're gonna be tiny little rodent testicles. Anyway,
That's probably what they're doing. That's probably why trans stuff is being so pushed, because there's such a surplus of the rodent testicles from they were doing that 20 years ago. They're just in freezers, and they're like, we gotta make fucking room for new shit for stem cells. We've got stem cells now.
So, because this is the only fucking Christmas related thing I've seen on here, I have to read it. Not in the best of Elf. During work on a new road last September at, holy shit, this is Iceland words. Lejarskogar. North of Reykjavik in Iceland, bulldozers kept breaking down in front of one particular stone. The contractors accepted an offer from medium Regina, to see if it was a problem with elves. The message came through that elves no longer lived in the stone, but nearby. However, they wanted workers to remove it in a dignified manner, not just try to dig it up. Apparently, Regina's advice was followed and the mechanical problems ceased. According to a recent survey, about 10% of Icelanders believe in elves and other denizens of the spirit world. Another 10% deny them, and the remaining 80% have no opinion or refuse to rule out the existence. Our basic approach is not to deny the phenomenon, said Birgir Gudmundsson, an Iceland road authority engineer. We tread very carefully. There are some people who can negotiate with the elves, and we make use of that. One of the country's most famous elf finders is a clairvoyant piano teacher and mother of three called Erla Stefansdottir.
Stefansdottir.
Yeah.
Stefansdottir.
Steven's daughter? Is that what that means by any chance?
Stefansdottir.
But you know what I mean. I'm making it all English.
Yeah.
I love English. I don't have to believe in these English. I mean, not really, unless you're fucking. I mean, Canadian maybe, but that doesn't count as English.
So what I gotta say about this story is, you know,
I didn't finish. Let me finish here, dude. I don't have to believe in these things, she said, but I keep seeing them. I have always been seeing too much. When I walk down the street, I can't tell who is alive and who is dead of the people I meet. I must touch them to find out. I must jack them off. I can meet myself in a highway 20 years ago. I can easily look back 1,000 years. I can look 69 years back.
That's crazy.
Anyway, what were you saying, Pollock?
Yeah, this is the weirdest Skyrim gameplay I've ever seen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fuck elves.
What mod is this?
These motherfuckers.
Yeah, what mod is this?
And shit. They can go suck a cock. Fuck elves.
Here we have Bizarro by Dan Piraro. I went out early and got Danish for breakfast. And they're eating, guys. It's funny.
Dude, you must read everything in that accent.
I went out early and make water. I'm making water.
Oh boy, hell, mate.
The whole page dedicated to
fucking point.
There are.
Rabid dog, Bible quoting contest.
I will. Can any of you guys read this shit? Can someone else read while I get a beer?
Okay.
Yeah, I can read.
I got it. No, I got it. All right, let me do this one that looks fun.
Okay.
All right. A man who lost an early morning Bible quoting contest killed the man who beat him. Gable Taylor, 38, was shot once in the face outside his apartment in Dadeville, Alabama on 18th of July. Police were searching for the suspect, who was thought to have left Dadeville. Taylor, a preacher's brother, and the suspect were comparing their Bible knowledge outside an apartment complex, each quoting different versions of the same passage. The suspect retrieved his Bible, realized he was wrong, and threatened to kill Taylor.
Wait, I have a theory here.
Go for it.
The verse he failed to quote was, "Thou shalt not kill."
All right, what's another good one? Oh man, this one's crazy. This one's crazy. The Namibian one. You want to take it, Pollock, or should I? The last
you can take Namibian, and I'll take the 100th birthday, I guess.
All right. David Mushakeli, 26, a Namibian, was struck and killed by a car minutes after he was stunned by a bolt of lightning that knocked him down in a street in Windhoek. Police were hunting the hit-and-run driver. 2 other men were also hit by the lightning, but managed to stumble out of the way of the car. Holy shit!
Wait, okay, which ones did we read?
I read the man who fucking killed the guy who shot a man in the face for losing a Bible quoting contest.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, and I have a theory.
Oh, I see. Okay,
The verse he-
A man-
the verse he
That's
failed to
awesome.
quote was "Thou shalt not kill."
That's amazing. And this lightning guy, dude, stunned by a bolt of lightning. The cops are at fault for this, I think. I don't really know. Yeah. Okay.
For allowing people to walk in the streets, getting shot. It was getting hit by lightning, and then cars are just running through. This sounds like mad, but I guess it's in
What kind of friggin'
Namibia.
Italian last name is that? Reed?
I want to try to read one.
Read one.
Are you reading Polak? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm reading like the 100th birthday party for Basilio Reed in a small Italian village of Vajogna. Vagina. Near Genoa, ended abruptly when the wind blew off his hat and he slipped and died chasing it. Someone had died of a heart attack.
What a retard.
I think cartoon.
I feel like that could happen to any of us, honestly.
What a retard.
It happens.
The town of Vagina.
Your grandpa's an ass.
Has a tail on him or something?
You slip on a banana peel or something?
Yeah, right. Which one you want? Which one you want to help?
I can do South African, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Taxidermist Roelf Us was celebrating his 33rd birthday in the bush in Northern Province when a hunter saw his hat bobbing in the long grass and mistook it for a peasant.
Pheasant.
Shot him dead. Pheasant.
You know what I learned about pheasants recently? That they are not native to North America.
No, they're Chinese. They're Chinese, like plain chicken.
Yo, I didn't know that at all. I thought they were like North America.
They seem so quintessentially North American. When I think of like Southern hunting or some shit like that, like pheasants come to mind. Like I think of like, you know, frontiersmen like eating pheasant and shit like that. Yeah, I had no idea. So like the white man just brings pheasants wherever they want to kill shit. I respect it.
That's all.
Yeah.
Also, they have cloaca.
It's true.
They do. I thought about getting some to raise, like along with my chickens. Is this like a golden?
Can I do the German?
Yeah, do it.
A German tourist was killed when a beach umbrella uprooted by a freak tornado struck him in the. Okay, that read weird to me. Let me restart. A German tourist was killed when a beach umbrella uprooted by a freak tornado struck him on the head at the Bulgarian resort of Albina. We recall that other lethal Bulgarian umbrella used to assassinate the dissident Georgy Markov in 1978.
Huh. I guess we'll have to fucking substantiate that one. I don't know. It's pretty intense, dude. The umbrellas just be flying around in Bulgaria, fucking disemboweling people. Gnarly.
Watch out for Bulgarian umbrellas. That's fucked up.
So, who wants to read?
Tornadoes are getting more common.
Who wants to read a boy? I'll do Green Party. Someone can read a boy.
I'll read a boy. A boy of 9 died 6 hours after being bitten by a rabid dog in Bucharest. He was the second child to have died of rabies this year in Romania, where thousands of stray dogs are on the capital. The cases are thought to be the first rabies death in Europe in more than a decade. Holy shit.
There's multiple layers of fucked up aspects to this, because like number one, that's a quick time to die of rabies.
Yeah, he got mauled and like died of the injuries.
You know what's funny though? Wait, so cases that'd be the first. So how long did it take?
6 hours.
6 hours. That is fast. Well, here's the thing though, and I'm fucking banned from Twitter. I don't care, whatever. But I would use it once in a while to click links. Like I'll be searching for paranormal shit and Twitter link. Click it. And I actually had a video of an Iranian dude who had rabies, and it took him like 6 days to die, essentially. So it's fast. Really? But yeah, that's a lot faster. Boy of 9, so maybe, I guess. I don't know. But
and then my second thing
rabies
is, why
is
are
disgusting.
there thousands of stray dogs roaming the capital?
Because
That's
Bigfoot
normal.
let them out.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I would have had that video of the Iranian man dying of rabies, except for the fact that I reached my viewable post limit on Twitter for being a suspended account, and now I can no longer look at it or give it to you.
Don't you mean X, formerly known
No,
as Twitter?
I don't. X is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I don't mean that. Whatever. Anyway. Green Party activist Nicholas Cagini. You know, he's like Nicolas Cage, but he's not. Is that what it says? There's like Galgani. It's
Galgani.
Nicholas Galgani, 26, who believed himself the victim of a witch's coven, was found dead from multiple injuries at the base of a 300-foot cliff near his home in Lewis? I don't know how to say that. East Sussex. He had been trying out some magical practices and was sent a voodoo doll and a cow's heart hammered through with nails shortly before his death. An inquest at Brighton was told on the 12th of June. He had told his girlfriend that he was having nightmares about a black apparition. When detectives went to his flat, they discovered black crosses daubed across the doors and painted on the wall in a foot-high letters the plea, "Please God, somebody save me, protect me from black magic." Pages from a Bible had also been posted on the wall. The police investigating Galgani's death were also examining a number of unusual happenings in Lewis, according to Detective Sergeant Bates, who said, "In recent weeks, graves have been desecrated and cats killed and nailed to posts outside churches. In the latest incident, 3 graves were desecrated," they say. So, you know, if he had written on his wall, what was it? What was the Masonic call? Oh, it should have been, "Is there no help for the widow's gun?" Is there no help for the widow's son? If you wrote that there, the Freemasons who were gang stalking him would have known he was one of their guys. Oh Lord, my God, is there no help for the widow's son? That's what he should have written, and it would have worked.
He said in the beginning that he had been trying out some magical practices.
Yeah, exactly. He just didn't go all the way.
It's a classic case of fuck around.
I need to say that next time I'm pulled over, because you know all this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
He didn't join the lodge. Here we have a comic that I'm not going to read.
Looks funny though.
It's hilarious, I'm sure. Just pause the video if you want to read it. Here we go, dude. New update to Lethal Company. Right here.
We're collecting fish now?
Yup.
This actually looks better than Lethal Company. That's crazy. That's the crazy thing. That's nuts.
Green text.
We have avian aliens. We got green text. We got both Hollywood and the computer gaming industry. We got
what is this game?
Skeksis or whatever.
I kind of want to stream this game.
I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at, dude. I have no fucking idea.
Drowned God.
Is that what it is? What Flying Saucer and Drowned God. So they're books. I don't know.
These are books?
I have no fucking idea.
Maybe this is just
okay, so Flying Saucer from Any River Entertainment puts you in control of an alien spaceship. I don't know. Look up Flying Saucer from Any River. We'll find out what the fuck this shit is. CD-ROM game I see here. I'm not reading all of this. There's no reason for me to do that, I promise you. But it does look sweet.
Knights Templar, Holy Grail.
Arthur C. Clarke. We got all the Illuminati here, dude.
Covenant.
Yeah, this is definitely Lethal Company. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. New monster right here. XCOM. Don't feed the hopper. What the fuck? So this is XCOM Apocalypse. I don't know anything. I like XCOM. I don't know anything about that. That's weird to me. I don't know. I'll have to do a deep dive on that sometime. On the XCOM games. Yeah. Here we have a whole thing about the Dead Sea Scrolls, which I don't think we have time to do right now. We're on a whole Bigfoot thing, but I do absolutely want to read this, and I'll probably save this for later. Yeah, if anyone wants to know where I'm getting all of these like old publications, it is libgen.is. You go there, you search magazines, think of any old magazine, and like it has a lot of stuff. And a lot of these images are things I've seen in other places in like shit quality for ants. But like, yeah, this is where you get the awesome artwork. Right out of the horse's mouth. This is what I want to get to. The wanted dead or alive. The Bigfoot fucking question, dude. Yeah. Do we kill him or not?
Blast.
We got Scar in the chat saying, fuck, I missed the entire stream. I don't know. I feel like I got more in the tank, to be honest. We're at, what are we at? 2 hours and 8 minutes? I'm going to get through this whole fucking issue. I don't care how many beers I have to drink to do it. All right, so this is the bread and butter. We got to read this shit. We still don't know for sure that the elusive North American Bigfoot exists, right? Janet Board, co-author of Bigfoot Casebook, but if it is ever proved, the implications are startling. To those who believe in its reality, Bigfoot is a hairy man-beast, 7 to 9 feet tall, possibly a kind of Gigantopithecus survival. To disbelievers, all sighting reports are lies or misidentifications, and all photographs are hoaxes. In the event, reports and photographs are just anecdotal evidence, and only an independent scientific examination of an actual Bigfoot is going to settle the matter. Close encounters between creature and armed men are rare, and it has to date proved difficult to track and kill. The opinion also exists that Bigfoot ought to be left in peace, for if its existence were proven, its isolated life would be disrupted forever. There are well over 1,000 recorded sightings of Bigfoot going back nearly 200 years. It has been seen in all parts of North America, but mainly in the Pacific Northwest, in British Columbia, Oregon, Washington State, and California. Sightings continue to be reported today, but photographs and other tangible evidence are rare. The most convincing and convenient proof of Bigfoot's existence would be the discovery of a carcass, but that's not likely. Any wildlife remains are rare finds in North American forests where scavenging creatures can reduce something as substantial as a dead moose to just toenails, teeth, and antlers in a few days. And after a week, even those tail ends are usually gnawed away. The only dead wildlife that most people see are fresh victims of collisions with vehicles. So far, Bigfoot has avoided becoming a roadkill. You are more likely to get a glimpse of Bigfoot in your rearview mirror than in your headlights. Bigfoot researchers say that drivers consistently report rearview sightings, usually of something large hunched down at the roadside rising to cross the road after the vehicle passes. The evidence suggests that Bigfoot is canny enough to stay out of traffic as well as avoiding definitive proof of its existence. The simple solution to some is to shoot the elusive beast. Dr. Grover Krantz, professor of anthropology at Washington State University, author of Big Footprints, and renowned cryptozoologist, advocates a hunt to track and kill a Bigfoot. He believes it's the only way to remove any doubt about the thing's existence. Inevitably, his position has drawn opprobrium, never heard that word in my life, from other Bigfoot searchers and researchers. I think it's wrong. It would be criminal and total criminal. Come on now. You passing that law? Peter Byrne, former big game hunter, author of Search of Bigfoot. Fuck that guy. He thinks shooting a Bigfoot is something proposed by people who are desperate to get one of these things. To get one of these things. You mean a Bigfoot? Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot. Exactly. I'm shooting him in the head. Yeah, I'm blasting his head off right now. Smooth, clean. Worse, says Byrne. Bigfoot might. He is mighty, but he also might already be an endangered species. His own but come on now, it's not. Shut up. His own research team has not found any likely footprints in years. Byrne figures that even if there are only a handful of the beasts around, they should be leaving thousands of prints. I have no idea how many Bigfoots there are, but there are not very many. Otherwise, there would be more evidence on the ground. In Byrne's view, killing a Bigfoot would be tragic. As one schoolboy said to me, "Suppose it's the last one," says the schoolboy. "I'll blast him!"
Blast.
Krantz, however, does not believe Bigfoot is at risk.
To make their point.
He's fine. And if it is, it might need to be shot. Not to shoot one, he suggests. Might only ensure its demise. If it's really endangered, which I doubt, that it makes taking a specimen all the more important, because whatever is causing Bigfoot to become extinct is continuing. What is it out there? Who could it be?
What could it be?
Not the guy trying to go blast his head smooth off.
Leave Bigfoot alone.
He says the government is going to pay no attention and do nothing to help unless you prove the animal exists. This is the guy who wants to blast his head. The only way to prove Bigfoot exists is to bring a specimen. So the more endangered they are, the more critical it is to get that one specimen. However, Krantz believes the evidence suggests that numbers are on the rise, particularly in the eastern United States, where forested land is coming back. Notwithstanding the debate about whether Bigfoot is endangered, notwithstanding that debate, Byrne thinks he has a better idea for proving the animal's existence. Throw a bunch of fucking pizza boxes out in my yard.
See what comes to him.
Funded by the Academy of Applied Science in Boston, previously known for its support of Robert Rhine's attempt to track the Loch Ness Monster on film and sonar in 1976. Burns' Bigfoot project resources include standby helicopters, infrared search devices, remote motion detectors, police-trained tracking teams, computer mapping, video cameras, and lately, biopsy darts. Dude, it's a lot of bullshit from shit that just don't work. This shit won't work. You gotta kill him.
Just shoot him.
With these darts fired from a gun, Burns says, he can get all he needs from Bigfoot by way of a tissue sample. Yup, definitely unknown. And nothing changes, right? After that, the creature walks away. Fucking not if I have anything to say about it. Byrne admits that tissue samples and Bigfoot DNA are a far cry from a whole animal. Nevertheless, he insists that being able to prove technically that there is something ape-like and hitherto unrecognized in the woods would be a giant step forward. A giant foot forward. Big foot forward. Burns said his mission would then be complete and he would step back to allow the scientists to begin their research. Krantz is skeptical. First, he doubts whether Burns' trackers could get close enough to dart a Bigfoot. Second, he doubts whether any Bigfoot hunter could take a back seat and let others take over their investigation. You have to understand why people are taking a stand against shooting a Bigfoot, says Krantz. They know that once a specimen is brought in, the scientists will take over and the hunters are going to be shoved aside. They want to keep the mystery alive, so they've something going for them. So this is really like the same thing about like legalizing weed, dude. The people who sell weed don't want weed legalized because then they can't make money on it. It's the same thing, dude. At the same time, Krantz says the possible wealth and notoriety for the person who proves Bigfoot's existence provides a temptation few could resist. A lot of these people going around trumpeting how wrong it is to shoot one fully intend to if they can, he added cynically. Meanwhile, after 4 years of research at the Bigfoot Project, Burns says that the computer analyses of sightings are beginning to reveal patterns of movement. It's quite exciting, says Burns, adding, probably not for the first time. We could have something tomorrow. In Big Footprints, Krantz proposed a military-style campaign with a team of hunters to bag a Bigfoot. If some rich person wants to be famous or infamous for backing the bringing in of a Sasquatch and picks me to organize it, I would work on it, he says. But no one has come up with the money yet. So he would kill him if he only could. This is a beautiful image. And this is another one I've only seen in like Ant Vision. But god damn do I love it. It's so spooky. Where's the caption? Does it tell us what the deal is? Nah, dude. You just have to trust that this is real.
Will a real
Bigfoot please stand up? Here
their
we have some.
Their dog was picked up by something huge and hurled back.
Big.
So yeah, I don't actually want to read this one. I found that. So did you guys still? We're still all for blowing its fucking brains out all over the forest.
Yeah,
right?
All right. Why does it exist?
Yeah, it's an affront to God, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
genuinely, it's your biblical duty to kill that thing.
So here on the left we have two of the photos? I don't see one photo. This is the second one. Okay. So this is a photo snapped by an anonymous forest ranger, supposedly of a Bigfoot in Wild Creek. Let's take another look at that boy. I love this image. I don't even know what this could be if it's not real. You know what I mean? And like, not that it couldn't be faked, but is it like
it looks so
clay?
strange to be fake. Why is it so wide?
Well, I could see somebody do like, what is this? A model? If it's fake, what the fuck is it? It's not a costume.
No.
I don't know. It's bizarre. Here we have the second picture.
That is strange. Holy shit.
Born Slippy, the hulking shadow of the alleged Bigfoot stands seemingly motionless in the water. Is this the original Largor monster? I don't know anything about that boy, but I do believe he's a monster.
New crypto just dropped.
That's him, Largor monster. Get him while he's hot, dude. Get him while he's hot. All right, we're going to take the fucking Strange Planet questionnaire brought to you by Rolling Rock. Okay.
Hell yeah, we're on that AVGN brew.
Question 1.
Should we get a pen and paper and actually?
Yeah, well, there's going to be a fucking test at the end of the week, so.
Yeah, this is my college credit.
Have you ever experienced or witnessed any unusual phenomenon that you felt was beyond conventional understanding or explanation?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he saw a fucking Sasquatch Skinwalker. He smelled like farts.
He smelled like change, dirty change.
Yeah. So, we've all seen Bigfoots, obviously. If you answered yes to question 1, what was the phenomenon you witnessed? Is fucking fart smelling ass Bigfoot.
Heather. Yeah, Heather.
Fucking aliens.
You seen them? Which of the following statements best describes your attitude to Fortean and paranormal subjects? I believe all that I hear. I accept it tentatively. I believe it if it can be explained by scientists. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm suspicious of new ideas. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I kinda know what to believe sometimes.
Do you think UFOs can be explained by any of the following? Craft from other worlds, time or dimension travelers, demons, hallucinations, misidentification, frisbees, and dustbin lids?
All
Definitely.
Lost socks in the laundry.
Where's the government? Where's the government option?
Yeah, right? That's a good
lost
question.
Socks in the laundry is awesome. That.
Do you believe that a conspiracy exists to cover up any of the following? UFO sightings, crashed UFOs, alien abductions, natural energy sources, super governmental politics, e.g. Illuminati, thought police, lost socks in the laundrette,
Yes.
the state of Israel.
All of these are true. The state of the art.
Do you think that any of the following exists? Fairies, guardian angels, invisible assailants, doppelgangers, poltergeists, the Philosopher's Stone, the state of Israel?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yes, except for the last one.
Which of the following subjects do you currently believe in or believe will be explained by science in the future? Fucking Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Yeti, time travel, spontaneous human combustion, out-of-body experiences, reincarnation, teleportation, anti-gravity, uploading the human computer into my ass!
Yes.
I don't want to believe that, but unfortunately, I think it's real.
Yeah, it's the gangster computer god. It's funny, like, we're reading this, and it's very funny to see, like, fucking thought police on here. And it's like, yeah, it turns out, like, they're your next-door neighbor, and they're filming you while you fucking yell slurs in your own house in the middle of the night, accidentally leaving the window open. Sorry. Have you ever consulted any of the following? Clairvoyant, psychic healers, professional astrologer, hypnotist, diviner, or dowser, juju man?
Right now I'm considering Juju Man.
I've been to that guy. He's cool.
And finally, should there be life on Mars? Do you think the men are actually green? Affront to God. So you have to send your completed questionnaire to Rolling Rock.
That's awesome.
What do they give you? Whoa. And the first completed questionnaire pulled out of the post bag wins a year's supply of Rolling Rock.
Ass! Why would they do this? LJN! Laughing, joking, numbnuts! Ass!
Whew, I was passed out on that one.
Are you okay there?
Yup. You can buy this shit. Very good deal at this point in time.
Rolling Rock. On the Rolling Rock.
You too could buy a bunch of weird junk.
You too.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy.
Flooding
I don't
hell.
like that.
Jose Luis de Leon struggles to keep Cassandra Gomez, the child, Jesus, from being swept away by floodwaters caused by Hurricane Hortense. Cassandra, her three siblings, and her father were rescued on the 10th of September 1996 after being trapped inside their home by the floods for 9 hours. 6 others, including Cassandra's mother, were still missing when the search was called off due to the fall of darkness. Goddamn.
Where's this at?
One suspicious
I grew
thing.
up with hurricanes, but like I'm in Central Florida, right? So we're like, we're like maybe like 10 feet above sea level or whatever, but we're like pretty deep in. I have always feared flooding and like tsunamis and shit. Like we don't have any fault lines over here, so we're good on tsunamis. But if that flooding shit scares the
You guys got like fucking aquifers that like suck people up.
No, you have to get sucked into the. So that guy
Sucked
that got
off.
sucked into the sinkhole was a child rapist. I don't care if he's dead. And I have no idea who that guy was. But there's no way you're going to tell me a sinkhole. You're staying in your brother's house. You're a grown man staying in your brother's house, and a sinkhole swallows only your room in your brother's house and leaves the rest of the house intact. That dude was a kid, That fucking god.
That's
Way,
true.
bro. You're dying.
So here we have looks like a article about bull sharks, which are actually pretty freaky, dude. Grab the bull by the fins. The bull shark has been ruled out as a suspect in the case of the mysterious poison-fanged predator. From River Shat Al Arab, north of the Persian Gulf. So we have a fucking poisonous fucking critter out there. I don't know what's going on, dude. I'm not reading that.
Don't bull sharks go
Here.
into, like,
Just
don't they go
fucking
into
pause
rivers
the
and
stream
shit?
and you can read it. Pause it and you can read it.
No, it's all good. It's
Not
all
you,
good.
I
Has
meant
killed
the
28 people with a venomous bite.
But don't they fucking go into like rivers and shit? Like, aren't
Yeah,
bull
that's the
sharks,
thing.
like-
Bull sharks go up fucking fresh water.
But it wasn't a shark.
No, it was a
ruled it out.
venomous creature, but it was probably a shark
Murder
though.
mystery.
It could have been a shark though. Maybe. You don't know. Could have been.
Double turtle.
Okay, I just saw something that grabbed my attention. I'm gonna read it. It is true that UN-sponsored mass immunizations against polio in the 1950s tested to cure on tribal Africans who were expendable if it proved to have lethal side effects. Many of these vaccines were contaminated with viruses from the laboratory monkeys whose body parts were used to make the vaccines. Okay, we don't think AIDS was one of these, and we don't think you can get mad cow disease from eating hamburgers, even if cows got it from eating sheep burgers. Got it? And anyhow, none of this is folklore. So I don't know where this is going, but it's pretty fun. But when Hook-nosed Chessman was at large, or the Yorkshire Ripper, the laughter, if any, might have rung hollow. I don't know what this is about, but it seems fucking nuts.
Hook-nosed Chessman?
Yeah. Look, okay, we're pretty sure. It's probably not true that the United Nations created AIDS to exterminate Africans. Okay, we're like, okay, fine.
We're just goofing around.
This is a weird article. That's the tone it's taking, talking about AIDS being created to kill all black
written
people.
by this guy? Is it written by Bill This guy's like, look, man, I get paid $60,000 a year to fucking tell kids about the look. Did the government make AIDS? Look, I can't.
I'm not
say
saying that.
Why would they give us AIDS? Why would they vaccinate us with AIDS?
You know, it's a medical fact that with the polio vaccines, they did test it on expendable black people in Africa, but
did I really do that?
Oh man!
And then they eat the poopenfalten.
The poopenfalten.
I don't know what that fucking screen cap was from, but that's all. Oh, it's just fucking interview with a fucking vampire.
Yeah, I thought it was Ozzy Osbourne for a second. Same thing. Even bad. Guru. Here we have a comic. I guess this is a comic entitled Guru. Evolution's passed me by, Guru. According to Darwin, I should be a human by now. And the cow says, evolution takes its own time, bro. Enjoy your monkeyhood and spare a thought for the mollusks. That's fantastic, actually.
That's really, really good. He's basically saying embrace monkey.
Yeah, it's good shit, dude. Here we go, dude. $2.07 per issue, baby. Back when things cost fucking reasonable prices.
Like $3 or $4.
Yup. Here we got this lady with the fucking bowl cut or whatever writing about UFOs. Where Bigfoot walks. Should I read this? I'm just gonna read this. I want more Bigfoot shit. The thing with most books about Bigfoot, the North American counterpart of the Yeti, is that they often reveal more about their author's obsession with their elusive subject than the actual beast itself. Where Bigfoot walks is an exception to this general rule because Robert Pyle is not obsessed. He's fascinated. And as an ecologist, his fascination takes in whole landscape from Boletus to Boletus. And ghost moths, the tantalizing possibility of a huge hairy hominid living in the forest. This guy sounds like a nerd, dude. What is a boletus? It says boletus. That's what I don't know.
New word just dropped.
Boletus just dropped, yo. Jesus of the Apocalypse. This is like book. What is this? This is just descriptions of books so you can buy them. Is this an ad? I don't really know. I don't want to read all that shit. Broke Polak.
Yep, we broke him.
We broke Polak, folks. Sorry about that, dude. Swedish snip. Now, Alb, I'm gonna need you to read this for me.
Oh shit! Right. Let me clear my throat. right, so first we have the stamp. Posthornssnäcka.
Delicious.
It costs 18 crowns.
What the hell is posthornssnäcka?
Swedish snail mail. In 1983, the Swedish Post Office Department issued book stamps depicting a mollusk of the same species that Hunt Emerson illustrated in the roundup of Slowpost. One reason for this choice of motif was that the postal establishment seemed amazed at the similarity between its own logo, the post horn, yes, you see it up there. It looks almost like a snail. And the shell of this snail. This was also illustrated on the covers of the book of stamps and further explained on the inside of the back covers. However, the text does not make mention of the snail's pace. The name Posthornssnäcka means posthorn snail. Its color is black, or in Sweden usually red. Yeah, we got them red.
Red
as shown in Hunt Emerson's drawing.
Sven Rosen.
Fuck, I missed that post horn. Postal service worked great until a couple of years ago when it became a private company. It was state-run.
The Phantom
so
Farter
actually was great.
God, I kind of want to read the Phantom Farter.
Phantom Farter?
Shit, dude. We got to wrap it up soon. But
I mean, I think that's very convenient. Everybody should believe in Phantom Farter.
That's true. Philip
Just
Schlegel.
agree. No, it must have been a phantom.
Philip Schlegel asks if there are any reports of poor-sighted UFO abductees who have had no trouble recalling visual details of their experience, even though it occurred while they were without their glasses. Just such a case is recounted in Abduction, Human Encounters with Aliens by John Mack. One of his patients, Catherine, felt acute frustration over her inability to remember whether or not she had been wearing contact lenses at the time of her abduction. During hypnotic regression, she observed that she could see as well as she could ordinarily with her contact lenses, but she did not think she had them in. On a mission to avert an ecological apocalypse, Dr. Mack understandably pays scant attention to a piddling enigma like that. But fussier folks might suggest that it is evidence of Catherine's alien episode, and those of how many others, is autogenic, having originated in the gray matter behind her eyes. Ian Peters' delightful letter brought to mind some anecdotes to the report of ghost farts. The stigmatic nun Victoria Giuliani, 1660 to 1727, besides inflicting severe austerities on herself, was forced to endure physical torments by Satan, which included biting, kicking, and the letting off of loud, smelly anal odors that caused one and all to evacuate her cell. The other nuns in her convent discovered that it is not always easy living with a saint. In his An Antidote Against Atheism, 1653, that's dope, I want to read that. Henry Moore fuck you, Reddit, 1653. Henry Moore tells of a parson who, sitting at home with his family one evening, was suddenly assailed by a most grievous stink, which by degrees spread itself to every corner of the room. Hereupon, he commends himself and his family to God by prayer. The smell nevertheless increased, and became above all measure pestilently noisome, insomuch that he was forced to go up to his chamber. He and his wife had not been in a bed a quarter of an hour, but they find the same kind of stink in the bedchamber. Moore maintains that a ghost was responsible for this assault, but he forgoes mentioning what the parson's... Why did it say parson? Parson? What does parson mean? Parson's wife had cooked up for him that night. It's the second time. But this is like when you blame the dog, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I've farted some crazy farts, bro. I never blamed it on the ghost.
Hell yeah. Another unpleasant incident is recounted in the Compendium Maleficarum, 1608. A priest who had bewitched a German duke was warned by the devil not to obey the duke's summons to appear before him. The haughty priest replied that he took orders from neither dukes nor devils. Hearing this, the demon said no more, but, turning his bum to him, let fly a fart of such intolerable stink that the sorcerer could not be rid of that stench for 3 days, although he fumigated the entire house with incense and other rare perfumes. One step removed from the devil did it is, the devil made me do it. Such was the excuse offered by the 13th century abbot Recalamus. He claimed to have once overheard a pair of demons plotting new tribulations to inflict upon him. One demon asked another to make me hoarse. The latter replied that he lacked the opportunity for that, but he could arrange for flatulence. I am heartened by Mr. Peters' evidence that even this modern era we can still rely on spectral scapegoats. I consider it a far better alternative to glaring at the dog.
Hey, there's the dog reference.
What that dog doing?
Holy shit.
Dog be farting.
He be pooping and farting. Pooping farting.
Pooping, farting, shooting, killing.
We have visions of stew. Slab of beef right. St. Luke left. Can you tell the cows ours from El Greco?
No, actually.
No,
they look
same
exactly
guy.
the
This
same.
is the same picture.
Same thing.
Absolutely. Was the moon landing a hoax? I
Oh
don't
shit!
know.
It's Lethal Company.
This is just like Lethal Company. Life is just like Lethal Company.
Need more pink conspiracy artworks.
A global revolution is here. Some Doctor Who shit. And we have made it to the end. Oh, look at this. I love this. The random shit in the back of magazines at the time. Absolutely beautiful. I will order that alien skull.
Wait, go up a bit. Wall clock.
Top right.
See it? The purple or the pink wall clock.
It's
on the right.
shit and fun. Toilet humor. A deck of 56 turd pieces. Fart and flush cards. Players compete to lay the most crap on the table. Hilarious and unique gift. $69.99.
Hey, why don't you guys come over to me and shit?
Yeah, let's play Donkey.
Let's play shit! Open Fortune weekend.
Theosophy. Many questions arise during our lives concerning Orthodox religion. Often we do not get satisfactory answers. Theosophy, as knowledge of the inner nature and processes of the universe, including man, offers some ones. Interested, please apply to the Blavatsky Trust. It's wild.
Why is that one circled?
What?
That's probably because it was actually circled in the magazine. Whoever owned this circled that shit. Forbidden Archaeology, that's a Michael Cremo book, isn't it? Yeah, this is Michael Cremo. Yeah, I actually have some of his books. They're very interesting. Hearing him talk in person is the most boring shit I've
Isn't
ever
that book
heard in my life.
forbidden?
Yeah, it is.
You can't have that. It's forbidden.
I want to read this. Alternative 4, the most astounding and frightening conspiracy ever. Scientist exposes the hidden technology and facts behind UFOs, mind, and body control. Reply to R. Henry P.O. Box 2518, baby.
Pay me to hear the most.
The Erotic Print Society's illustrated book of asses. A rude but civilized and highly entertaining portrayal of the ass from every period of art. Extremely explicit. Send £10 check to EPS. Cash or Visa access details. Send them. Erotic Print. The world's most prolific publishers of antique erotica. Dog. Back in the day, porn was tasteful. What can we say?
You just see man ass? Is that a woman's ass? I can't even
It's in the
tell.
skirt, dog. It's clearly a fine ass woman ass.
I'm just thinking about man ass. My bad.
That's fine.
Welcome to the Erotic Print Society.
Mystery of
Today
bar.
we will be looking at asses. Arses.
Asses. Great asses. Shit. This home, car, person, property protected by Schwa, baby. Alien contamination alert. New research by the Schwa Corporation, Earth's leading manufacturer of alien defense equipment, has determined that alien invasion may cause long-term problems in your local environment. The symptoms of alien contamination can include headaches, nausea, minor cases of depression, and short periods of missing time. Protect against these and other alien side effects with the new Schwa button badge. This metal xenon-coated detector will glow red when it encounters locations subjected to alien infiltration in the previous 48 hours. Warning that you are entering a contaminated zone. To order, write to our P.O. box.
Oh, it's literally an art project.
It's awesome. Here you have a whole ass fucking comic.
Look over to my stream real quick.
Okay.
It's very related.
Hold up.
Oh yeah.
It's real.
Fucking 46 pounds.
Hell. That's awesome.
46 pounds.
Thing's vintage at this point. No, you got it all wrong here, dude. I'm gonna go to libgen.is and look up the Illustrated Book of Bottoms. You got it all wrong. I'm gonna do it.
Whoa, yo, wait a minute. What was that dude doing to that bottom?
What the fuck?
Yo, he all up in there.
Where is it at? What? I didn't see. Where's? Oh, it's on.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
What the hell are you putting on my goddamn stream? Jesus fucking Christ!
I forgot we're on YouTube.
It's fine.
It's on eBay.
Nobody can jerk off to that, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, this is hard.
Can't possibly fucking rub one out to that shit. All right, so I'm gonna search what I search? Nonfiction, I guess, for the Illustrated Book of Bottoms.
Yeah, illustrated.
I want this whole book. Nothing. Can't find it on
Does this have that number that they give for books? You might be able to.
Yeah, give me
search
the
it by
Dewey
that.
Decimal number. Give me the Dewey Decimal.
Please provide book number.
We got the Earth is on a turtle in the chat. Woo woo, brother. Woo woo. Woo woo. All right, I'm gonna get. We still going out? Jesus Christ! What the hell?
Turn it off.
Oh no!
Amazing. Anyway, I would like to act this out. We could all have a part and act it out. Al wants to do stuff like that. We can't do it now.
Yeah.
Hornswoggled. Phenomenomics Hornswoggled. Part 8, baby. I don't know. That's the end of that, I guess.
Might be the long nose guy.
Might be the crooked nose guy or whatever, yeah. It could be him. It could be him right now.
Crooked nose man.
Delicious. Beer is delicious. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm gonna find some fucking music to play us out with. What do I put on, boys?
What's LibGen's proper?
Let's just play.
Molly Hackett flirting with disaster.
Play Flirting with Disaster. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Disaster.
I'm flirting with disaster.
Well, good night, and thanks for all the answers.
Thank you very much, one and all of you goddamn bastards out there. Have a fucking wonderful night, a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful fucking New Year. It's coming, baby. And I'm gonna do Christmas streams. I'm gonna find the shit to do. So while you're here, make sure you go and buy t-shirts. Donate. For the love of God. Let me know the people out there hear my voice, my pleas to them.
I bought the shirt and my life improved.
Look, dude, if we all pray that fucking... Look, what is it? There must be some debate coming up, some presidential debate. Let's all just pray. And maybe the entire building will combust. And half our problems will be solved. Half of them. Dude. Any donation to the stream is a prayer that the fucking... how much can I say of this? You're praying. We're praying here. Hand in hand.
We praying, dog.
Raise your hand to mine, baby. You raise your hand to mine. I want your energy coursing through me, baby, because I'm going to need your strength to get me through these tribulations and these trying times, baby. You put your hand up against the screen, baby. You reach out to me. You reach out to me right now, and you send me all your power, daddy. You send me all your power, daddy, because I'm the son of a plumber.
I feel the power.
Why is your evangelicus pastor also Dusty Rhodes?
It was literally Dusty Rhodes. You reach it out, baby. Woo! Yeah! All right. Thank you very much. Whoop whoop to everybody. Say your piece, everyone. Say goodbye.
Nice.
Yeah!
You cannot find the Illustrated Book of Asses on LibGen.
Disaster.
The IBS number. It does not work.
You will never have my IBS number, dude. I'm shitting. I'm pooping in the farting.
Let's see if.